the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Hope everybody is having a blessed day. Shout out to Vivian Kane, first one in the building, always doing things. Thank you so much for the love and support. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Eric the Finn. I see y'all in here. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on your way in, guys. Push the like button. We're going to do a stream this morning. We're going to go over the PFF grades. We're going to go on a deep dive and some Tua Tagovailoa analysis that I found very interesting. We're going to break all of that down this morning so we can actually get a realistic state of where our team is. All right. It's it's not hating if it's true. That's how I look at it. All right, TD, let's go. Spit some facts this morning. They coming. As a matter of fact, they ain't gonna be from me. We're gonna be looking in PFF, and we're gonna be breaking it down. And there's actually some real positive things, even whenever I already saw this data. There's some real positive things with Tua as well in here. Some things that are still concerns, but it definitely, we're gonna talk about PFF. We're gonna talk about the details of PFF because people don't understand it. But we'll break it all down. This stream is brought to you by Mojo Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you haven't signed up for Mojo Sports, make sure you take advantage. The link is in the description of the video. So go sign up for Mojo Sports. That way you can view the stock market for players. You can see who's up, who's down. If you're in Jersey, you are lucky. You actually get to engage in Mojo Sports and actually invest in your favorite players, whether you like them or not. Whether you believe they're going to be up, whether you believe they're going to be down, you actually have that opportunity to truly invest in them. And we're going to, before we get started on the PFF, we're going to take a look into Mojo Sports because, ladies and gentlemen, let me see here. Let me pull this up for you. All right. Please punch that like button. Yes. All right. Let me get this off. Let's take a look into Mojo Sports. Y'all know I like looking at Miami Dolphin players. Y'all know I like to start with the top of the list, Tua Tagovailoa. I want y'all to pay attention to the stock over the last week. Again, even though it's a slow crawl to me, Tua stock is actually rising. When you really look at it, what's actually happened since the game Sunday, this was Sunday at 8 a.m., and after Sunday, his stock actually shot up. Even with the game where he almost threw all those picks, his stocks is still rising because, the one thing that no one can debate, look at his record. He does win. He does win. At the end of the day, Tua Tagovailoa, he definitely is a winner in the league. Now, whether he impacts that much, that's, debatable. That's where all the arguments are pretty much coming from. But he does win, all right? But I also want to look at young players like, let me see. Let me see if he's even on here. Yeah, this is impact players. All right, let's take a look at what Waddle's been doing. Waddle stock is down, ladies and gentlemen. Waddle just hasn't been the same player the last few weeks. And I'm trying to tell y'all also, Waddle's been hurt. A lot of people have been ranking on Waddle, but the reality is he's been hurt. He's been playing hurt. And it's just not, and I know a lot of people getting on him, but I would give Waddle the pass that he actually deserves. All right. Last one I want to look at is Tyreek real quick. Tyreek stock is down as well. It's just not going well. What about Gesicki? Now, Gesicki stock, it was going up, but then it dropped as well. Not by much, but still, nobody's really moving. Now, when you have something that happens like what happened last night, when you get a starting quarterback that gets benched, this is what you get. You got Zappy going into last night about $6.95 a share, and now you wake up this morning, he's $9 a share, almost $2 and some change up, which is 25% of your money. This is why I told y'all, no matter how you feel about it, especially if you're in Jersey, you should invest in Skylar Thompson, because it's not because he's better than everybody, not because he's coveted or he's going to be QB1. I'm not saying any of that. But what I'm saying to you is next year, I believe he's going to be our official backup. He's going to be the official backup next year. And that alone, going from third string to second string, is going to elevate his stock. But we also know Tua can't stay healthy, so Skylar's going to get some first-team reps just like Zappy. So I want y'all to look at Skylar like Zappy. If Skylar goes to $9 a share, that means Skylar's going to be going up 450%. 450%, y'all. What that basically means, if you invest $1,000, you're going to come away with pretty much 4.5 times that. 4,500. 4,500. You invest $1 million, you come away with 4.5 million just for that jump. And it's guys like him that has talent that you never know. The opportunity is there. And don't let him actually become a starter in this league and get in the 20s and 30s. It's big money, man. Big opportunity for gain. So this is why I keep telling people I would invest in Skylar Thompson. It's a huge opportunity. And his stock as of late, slow creeping, but it's going up. It's been going up. So if you're in Jersey, I'm telling you, this is a buy, one that you sit on for the long term. I truly do believe it. So that's Mojo Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you take advantage of it. Take advantage of the opportunity, especially if you're in Jersey. I can't wait till they come to places like Florida so that I can enjoy it, because I know that I'm going to kill in that market, all right? But all right, man, y'all make sure you hit the like button on the way in. We're about to dive into our PFF analysis. Let me go ahead and share screen because we're going to be operating off of another view. All right. Let me get rid of the banner real quick. Okay. Let me know yes or no in the comment section if you can see the screen very well. We're going to break down this whole team. Sorry, I'm sipping on my coffee. Get them cooled down. We're going to break down the whole team. Let me know in the comment section if you can see the screen just fine while we're going over all the details, all right? Real quick, let me go up to 200%. Yes, TD. So you think Tua is going to be QB1 next year? Yeah, I do. I think at this point, us losing that first round pick really hurt us. I think Chris Greer might go right back into hoarding mode. I think Chris Greer will go into hoarding mode where next year he does one of those things where, I think next year he's going to do one of those things where he might even trade out of that first round pick because San Francisco probably going to be in the 20s. He'll probably do something like, hey, I'm going to trade our 23rd pick or 30th. I don't know what San Francisco is going to end up, but let's just say 23rd, right? Just hypothetically. I'm going to trade the 23rd pick. I'm going to trade it for a pick next year. You know, I'm going to try to find a team that I don't think is going to be good next year, whether they are or not. And they're going to give me their next year first round pick. And they're going to give me a late second round pick, something like that. That's how it's going to work. So then you're going to go into next year with 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Then I think Chris Greer is going to do things like maybe finally trade a guy like Xavier Howard or Byron Jones. I think he's going to start hoarding draft picks. Why do you hoard draft picks at this point? Because you're going to let Tua have his 4th year and say, regardless if you did good, like if Tua does good this year for the rest of the year, right? You can't just make that he's the franchise quarterback. Now you have to see if he can do it again because remember that great year Baker Mayfield had? How did that turn out? I mean, most quarterbacks have one good year in their rookie stint. At least you hope so, right? At least when you add the 5th-year option, at least one really good year. And we don't know if Tua's going to have a good year. When you really think about Tua so far, he's played 4.5 games. First game, average at best. Second game, for 3 quarters, he was average at best. And then, whoa! But when you put the totality of the game, you just land at good. I know people, he was great that game in 4th quarter. Listen, you put a whole game together, okay? So he was good. Buffalo game is one of the games that I actually liked. I feel like he was really good in that game. Even, it wasn't crazy special, but I thought that the way that he controlled it, took his time, made his throws, and, he was really good. Really good. I think Buffalo game was his best game, even though they didn't have a secondary, but that's fine. You still execute it, right? So far we got average, good, really good. Then the Bengals game, I feel like he was average. First drive, phenomenal. Then he throwing what almost was a pick after pick after pick. One of them got picked. And I thought he was average again. So we got we got good. We got average. Let me write this down so I understand. First game, average. You know what I probably need to do? Yeah, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. Y'all disregard. I'm gonna make one of these. I'm gonna make one of these. So I'm gonna update it too. Okay. Because we need to start grading the games, right? So let me put this out here real quick. All right, so this is how I look at it. Okay. There are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories on this, right? And actually, there are 2 more categories. Like fair is the 8th one at the bottom, but under fair is poor, and under poor is trash. That's just how it is. But I want you to look at this as a scale of 1 to 10 prong. Poor and trash is at the very bottom. Okay. So 1 to 10. Week number 1 versus Pats, Tua was average. Okay. He was a 5.0. Week 2 versus the Ravens, 3 quarters of average play and then 1 quarter of elite. So you put that in the middle of really good and good. Well, I mean, 3 quarters is going to weigh heavier than 1 quarter. So that's why I have him at good, which is 7.0 in the Ravens game. Buffalo game, Bills, I'm just going to put him a straight 8.0. I thought he was really good and really solid. Really good that game. Not great, not elite, but he was really good. I really like what I saw in the Buffalo game. Okay. Week number 4 versus the Bengals. First drive was amazing. Then he had almost pick after pick after pick. I really didn't like the game. I thought it was below average, but I ended up just saying average game. Bengals 5.0. Okay. And then you have the yesterday. Then you have yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, Sunday. I mean, I got to be honest. You know what? Let me ask y'all. Scale of 1 to 10, how was Tua on Sunday? Okay. I'm going to read this donation while y'all answer that. How was Tua Sunday? Shout out to Greenwood Slim with the donation. Appreciate your homie. He said, why can't Greer just go in win now mode? We always 1 or 2 players away. That's a great question. And I'm going to answer that after I get these answers from, after I get these numbers from everybody. Rashad Brown said 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters is average. What did you think it was, Rashad? Because I think you're putting yourself in a hole that I'm about to expose you, bro. So if you're asking me 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters is average, what do you think 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters is? And by the way, and I don't understand what you mean by 3 quarters. You talk about the Ravens? Is that what you talk about? Tua did not play great in that game, except the 4th quarter. But pretty much everybody looks like they got Tua from Sunday at around a 5 or a 6. Y'all playing. Y'all are kidding me. After 2 drives, we basically punted the ball almost the entire game, outside of the defense getting turnovers and us getting field goals off of them. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. First down, 3 and out. First down, 3 and out. Man, Tua was a straight up 4. Let's just be honest. On Sunday, he was a 4 out there on that field. Let me see if Rashard responded. I'm just curious. Anyway, let me put this down. Steelers 4.0. All right. Now Rashard didn't answer. Tell you, because it was a trick question anyway, Rashard. I hope you didn't answer. Let me see if you answered, bro. Yeah, he didn't answer. Sure, never. There it is. I'm asking because you said 1 touchdown in 4 quarters is average, bro. I never compared how many touchdowns in a quarter makes a rating. It ain't just about touchdowns. I mean, a guy could be on his own 20 and throw a bubble screen that goes for 80 yards. You think I'm finna sit there and make it seem like he got a touchdown and just praise him? No, touchdowns don't have nothing to do with your rating. How you get them touchdowns is what matters. I don't equate touchdown. I mean, if that's the case, then Zappy was amazing last night. 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters. Let's go, Zappy. Let's go, Zappy. Patriots game. Patriots game. Tua was more of the same, average. He was more the same. He didn't do nothing special. It was more the same, bro. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add all of this up real quick. 7, 20, 15, 20, 25, 29. So Tua got 29 points right now on my scale out of, let me give the Bengals game a 0.5 factor. No, I can't because I gave a holistic number. I'm not going to break his points down in half. So 29 divided by 5. So right now, for me, Tua is operating at a 5.8 rating. Almost above average. That's what he's operating for with me right now. A 5.8. A 5.8 is what he's operating off of right now for me. That's the average score that he has with all of his games so far. 5.8. How was the Bengals game bad for Tua? Because he had one good drive, then he went out there and started making reckless throws. I keep showing y'all. Matter of fact, we'll go over to all 22 this evening on the Bengals game if you want, because we're definitely going to do this game that just passed the all 22. Tonight, I'm trying to make it an all 22 night. I'm going to show y'all because some of y'all act like y'all don't remember. The man came out after the first drive. He threw a deep ball that was picked off. That was like it was a dumb play. Like, why would you have even thrown it? Means you're not reading the defense. You're disregarding what the coverage is. And you just closing your eyes and throwing the ball. It got picked off like it should have, like most of his passes should, but lucky for him, they don't. Then he comes out the next drive. He throws another deep ball, but it's short this time. In double coverage, thank God it was short, because if it wouldn't, it risks getting picked again because the coverage was great. Then he comes out the next drive and throws another deep ball in double coverage that was almost picked if Tyreek Hill didn't put the burners on and tip it away from the defender. And you're going to see it and say, how was the Bengals game average? We got one good drive for a touchdown and then 3 drives of just poor execution, bad decisions that could have really messed the game up. And we always talk about if Tua would have played the rest of that Bengals game, we wouldn't have lost. Then, first of all, he started the game. He threw the pick to begin with. You hating, TD? Don't I always? Ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new, bro. I'm just saying, though, when we watch the all 22 and y'all see it, then what? Then what do you have to say? I mean, y'all want to ignore everything this man do that's a flaw, that's bad on the field. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Every QB do that. Man, ain't no QBs in the NFL be throwing as many turnover-worthy plays as Tua. Y'all stop that mess, man. But anywho, right now I got Tua at a 6.8. A 6.8. And you know what? Let's just say I'm going to be generous. Let's take the first Patriots game. Instead of a 5, let's give them a 6. In the Steelers game on Sunday, instead of a 4, let's give them a 5. Let's do that. 31 divided by 5. 6.2. The upside is 6.2. Because them other games I got pretty accurate. He's a 6.2. What did I say Tua needs to be ending this season for him to be the franchise guy? Tua needs to end this season at a 7.5 to be the franchise guy and a 7.0 just to go to year number 4, in my opinion, at least, even though they're going to decide what they do. He needs to be a 7.5 to be a franchise and a 7.0 to at least get to year 4. That's what I would do. You got to end this year at a 7.5, and I know you're my franchise quarterback because you still got room to grow. You end at a 7, you know what? We need to go ahead and give him his 4th year, and let's see how it goes. You end at a 6.9 or lower, man, you ain't the guy. You just ain't the guy. Still might give you year number 4, but you ain't the guy. You're a bridge in year number 4, unless you just come out and shock us. But TD, Brady is still elite. I mean, his career is elite. This thing is about your career. What you see on what you saw on the screen. Oh no, did I get rid of that? I didn't want to get rid of that super chat. Let me see. Oh no. Why can't Greer just go win now mode? We always 1 or 2 players away. All right, so let me address that before we get deeper into PFF, okay? Let me address that. I have to answer your question starting out with the question. I have to answer your question with the question. Give me a second. I have to answer your question with the question. Because you say, why can't Greer just go all out, right? I actually agree with you. Go if you see, this is what I keep saying, and people get mad when I say it because it's an indictment or they don't want to accept it. And maybe I'm wrong. And maybe next week we'll get some major trades. I ain't talking about no little boo-boo trades, guys that ain't as good as the guys we got, just bringing in help. I'm talking about real trades to go all in, right? It's all a matter of if you believe in Tua or not. Think about it. If you had Patrick Mahomes right now, do you think Chris Greer would be sitting on his hands? Do you think Greer would be sitting on his hands if he had Patrick Mahomes? If he had Josh Allen, would he be sitting on his hands? Like, people make this more than it needs to be. The evidence is right in your freaking face. If he had a guy that he knew, then it's stupid. Like, that's the only reason he's sitting on his hands. Why won't he just go make those 2 moves that'll make this team so much better? Because you have to believe in your quarterback to do that. Otherwise, you are wasting more years of great players. Y'all don't understand. Like, you bring everything in and you ain't got the guy at the quarterback position. That means you just wasted everything you brought in. Let's just hypothetical, whether you believe in Tua or not. Whether you believe in Tua or not. You done paid Tyreek all his money, Armstead all his money. What if you go get a right tackle right now, a big name, and give him all that money? You go get a center and give him money. You get a defensive end, give him money. Just whatever we need, you go give them money. And if Tua end up not being a guy, did you not waste all that money in draft capital? You only go all in when you know without a shadow of a doubt you got your guy. That's it. And people get mad at me because that's an indictment on Tua. And listen, some of y'all be wasting y'all time saying stuff like QB1 winning. He was winning last year. Where did that get us? Like, y'all argument is just so flawed. QB1 winning. He won last year. Where did it get you? Like some of y'all want to ignore the big picture just to live in the now to boost them up. We know how this story ends. We know how this story ends. Whether you had, no matter how much you want to fight it. Let me tell y'all something. The only reason y'all fight with me and argue with me anyway, because you know there's some truth to it. You just want it silenced. You just want it silenced. 49ers went all in on Jimmy this year. They ain't go all in on Jimmy. They saw an opportunity to get another playmaker for whoever the next quarterback going to be for them. We're not talking about going to make one big blockbuster move. San Francisco ain't did nothing in 3 years, but go get Christian McCaffrey. TD argument, if you're not Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, you can't win the Super Bowl. Bro, stop putting words in my mouth just to fit your narrative to try to make me look like something I ain't. If you ain't Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, you can't win a Super Bowl unless you got great talent around you. And even they need it. They may just not need as much. And even they need it. There's levels to this, and everybody want to ignore the levels. They want to act like one size fits all. They want to act like one size fits all. Patrick Mahomes, he ain't going to be the same without Tyreek. Y'all act like one size fit all. He better. He's better right now. He is better right now. That is a fact. Patrick Mahomes out here playing better without Tyreek. Straight fact. Now, we do understand some people actually need a Tyreek. Patrick Mahomes didn't need Tyreek. And they also didn't need each other. Fin Saturday! My girl in here. Oh, man. Jets fans, TD, you're the realest Dolphin fan out here. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. If Burrow can do it, Tua can do it. Yeah. Everybody was ranking on Burrow early in the season. Now Burrow out here ripping them apart, and that record going to start creeping up slowly but surely. It's just so funny. Oh, Burrow's stuck now. Now look at what's happening. And watch, let's see what the end game is. Let's see what the end game is. Let's see what the end game is. It just look like every week they turning it up a little bit more and more and more. Man, put up 480 the hard way. Not in no blown coverage, the hard way. All right, man. Anyway, but that's why, bro. Hopefully I answered your question. You only go all in for broke if you know you got the dude. Because if you do have the dude, it absolutely makes no sense why you don't go all in. Nobody doesn't go all in if they have the dude. Look at every team that got one of them dudes. They going all in. At least they believe they have the dude. At least they believe they have their guy. Look at the Eagles. Trust me, they believe Jalen Hurts is that guy. They went all in. You can go team by team. Chiefs, they doing it. Buffalo's doing it. Broncos, they went all in because they thought they went and got their guy. I don't know how that's working out. Hold on. So they believe they got. I mean, you could go down the list. The Browns went all in, and they were begging to get their guy, and they finally got him. He'll be back in a few weeks. Everybody who feel like they got their guy go all in. The Bucks go all in. The Rams went all in. You name it. Name the quarterbacks in the league. That's those. Man, the Chargers feel like they got their guy. So what do they do in the offseason? They went all in. Whether it works out or not isn't the argument. It's the notion that once you feel like you got your guy, you go all in. Even Burrow and them, they went all in. Look at how much money they put on that O-line, and then it wasn't even performing well at first. A lot better now. So that's how that works. Once you know you got your guy, you go all in. Let me tell you how it's proof. And I ain't even being biased or nothing. What have I said on this channel for the last 2 months? I said it at the beginning of the season. If you truly cared about Tua and you really believed in him, then why y'all ain't going all in? Go get a right tackle. When we had 27 million, I was on this channel saying, go get a right tackle. Go get a center and put Carter at left guard. Go get a freaking linebacker and go get a defensive end. Now you going all in. Why aren't y'all doing it? If y'all believe in Tua, why aren't y'all doing it? This is your window. So all the real subscribers that's been here for a while, am I lying? Did I not say that? Yes or no in the comment section. Have I not said that at least 4 or 5 times on different streams in the last 2 months? Have I not said that? Trey said, TD, I rock with you, bro, but you play both sides too much. Oh, that's interesting, Trey. I would actually love to hear more about that, Trey. Are you available to come on right now? I'm just curious. I really want to hear more about that. I want to hear like your detailed thoughts of how I play both sides. Like, give me some examples. Will you do this and then you do that? I'm just curious. And I'm saying that not as a joke or anything, like humbly I'm saying it, like real talk, because I try to understand what people mean when they say that I play both sides. When I'm not on any side, I just play what's being given, which I feel like is the most objective feedback or commentary that anybody can ever give. So, and I'm serious, Trey. I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm not saying this to try to poke at you or prove anything right or wrong. I really want to hear like your detailed thought process of why you feel I play both sides so that I can better understand. I won't be able to hop on till later. I'm at work. I got you, bro. I appreciate you considering it though. Maybe at some point. You just let me know if I'm live. Hey, TD, I'm able to hop on now to tell you why I believe you play both sides. Put that comment in, and then if I had a time, I want to bring you in because I want to understand what people mean, because I think it might be a huge misunderstanding. Because people call it flip-flop, people call it both sides. Like, let me tell you one of the main things people feel like I flip-flop on. So, the Ravens game. So, Tua goes out there in the fourth quarter, right? And he absolutely makes the throws that he needs to make to help us win the game. And I get excited about it. Why? Because I am a Dolphins fan, and the quarterback finally didn't blow it. He took what the defense gave him, and we actually won a game in a fashion that was comeback. And any real Dolphin fan should have been excited. I mean, you could be the biggest Tua hater alive, but if you're a Dolphin fan, you should have been ecstatic about it, right? And I was ecstatic about it. Let's go, Tua. Yeah, you didn't blow it. Like, he could have blew that. He could have overthrew Tyree one time in that fourth quarter, and he blew it. But he didn't, and I loved it, and I praised him for it. And I have to ask y'all, doesn't that deserve praise? Doesn't that deserve admiration? Doesn't that deserve his respect, at least for that week? Because that's all I call for. Hey, we're gonna respect this man for a week. That's all I said. And then the Buffalo game, he plays solid, and I praised him for it, and I this and that. Now remember this: in the midst of a great Ravens fourth quarter, a good Buffalo game, right? For me, that doesn't make me say, after 5 quarters, after I done saw this man for 2 years look like a bum, in my opinion, that doesn't automatically make me say, hold on, Tua's a franchise quarterback now. Don't worry about these people saying you're a TD hater, Trey. I already know what time it is. You actually came at me respectful, bro. That's why I was serious about bringing you on and talking to you about it. Ignore those people. But I'm just supposed to, after 5 quarters of, basically the Arizona game. You know what I mean? I'm just supposed to right then and there say, Tua's a franchise quarterback. He's our future. He's a franchise quarterback right now. Now, I could say that he played like a franchise quarterback in those 5 quarters. But I'm which I did. I said Tua played like a franchise quarterback in those 5 quarters. If he can keep this up and do this on a level of consistency, he can be our guy. And then he goes out there versus the Bengals. One good drive, we already know that's going to come. Let's see what he do now. You throw a bad pick. Then you almost throw 2 more bad picks. Oh, my gosh. Here he go back to being normal. Same old Tua. I'm sick of this crap. Like right when you want him to put that 3rd game in there to start having a level of consistency, he blows it. And all of a sudden, I'm a flip-flopper. You were just on him a week ago. Now you're dogging him. Where's the flip-flop? He is what he is. He does what he does. I report it how I see it when it happens. And people call it flip-flopping. I don't get that. And people say you need to stay on one side. Okay, so he goes and have a Buffalo game and a Ravens game, and I'm supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, it was okay, but he's trash. I can't he's a bum. That Ravens game, he didn't do anything. That Buffalo game, he was trash too. Am I supposed to lie? And then see, this is what I can't. I gotta give you what he's given us. I'm not on any side. People think that I'm on a side. I'm not pro Tua, and I'm not what's the opposite of pro Tua? Tua detractor. I'm not either. I have my evaluation where I don't believe he's a franchise quarterback, but I also hope that I'm wrong. Thank you. Now, I couldn't have said it any better. I guess this is my best response. Appreciate you, Greenwood Slim. No flip-flop. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. When I talk about what's going on right now, it's because this is what's going on right now. They want you to be a robot, TD. I get it. But I'm just saying this, honestly, that's why I don't understand the flip-flop notion. And I got to be honest, some people feel like I flip-flop because when I'm down on Tua, right? When he does something good and I praise him, they don't like that. They don't want him to get any praise. They just want him out of here. So I get it. I get why you feel like I'm flip-flopping. But then people that, when I praise him, they like it. And then whenever I'm down on him because he does something bad, they don't like it either because they want me to just support him blindly regardless of what he does bad. So I'm in a peculiar situation as somebody who does what I do where I'm not going to make everybody happy. I'm not going to even be able to, like, matter of fact, I probably make most of y'all upset at one point or another. Whether you like to or not, I make you upset at one point or another. But I'm going to tell you now, I feel like the real ones know. Even if they disagree, they know what time it is. I'm just giving my opinion, and time will tell. The real ones know what time it is. And unfortunately, I kind of try to push the people out of here that can only respect one point of view, the one they believe in. I kind of try to push those people out of here. That's why I go a little extra harder than I should as a person. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I sell it a little more just to get under them people's nerves because they so toxic in our comment section anyway. If you love Tua, when I'm getting on them, I get on them. If you hate Tua, when I praise him, I overly praise him. Y'all see me on my knees. Sorry, Tua. Oh, he's our guy. Oh, I get on nerves. If you hate Tua, you hate at that moment. If you love Tua, you hate when I get on him. So that's why I tell you, the real ones know, but you ain't gonna find no better objective commentary out here. You ain't gonna find no more objective person to keep it 100. And that ain't a knock on nobody in this community, but you ain't gonna find nobody more objective. You ain't. People out here either over glorify or diminish what's really happening to appease the people that's watching. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to appease you. I am here to give you the honest God truth because I feel like the real loyal people that support me the most, that allow me to be successful, are the people that don't want to be lied to. They're the ones they're the reason why I'm thriving on this channel. And they don't always agree with me, and nor should they. And that means they are free thinkers. And I only mess with free thinkers. I only rock with free thinkers. Free thinkers that have a temperament to understand, yeah, I don't agree with that, but that don't make us enemies. Tua lives in TD's head rent free. No, I get paid. Trust me. Trust me. He put money in my pockets, and not as much as I could if I was obsessing about him, but I still get paid, bro. Don't get it twisted. Please don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. All this rent-free stuff. All right, you believe that's what you want. Oh, man, Sky is the Limit became a new member, man. Love you so much, bro, man. You've been rocking with us for a long time, man. I appreciate your love and support as always. Big time, man. Hold on, I gotta check to see if you even modded up, bro. You should be. I think I've had you modded for quite some time. Make sure. What? You're not? There you go, bro. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I be removing all the mods and then bringing them back. So that's people be getting mad at me, man. Why you remove me as a mod? Listen. Oh, that reminds me. Let me go ahead and say this now. If I don't mod somebody and I take away their wrench, please ignore these people in the comment section telling y'all to donate and comment and ask TD why. There's a reason why. There are some people that abuse mod powers, and I got to go back and waste time in my life to go watch a video again in live chat to see who blocked who. That's too tedious. It's too much work. It's too much work. And when I do that and I find out who it was abusing it, and I take away their mod and I don't read their comments, it's a reason for that. Don't trust me. If I tell everybody, if you got an issue, hit me up an email and I'll address it. If I ignore your email, you one of those people. You're one of those people. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have nobody on that list but one person. I don't have nobody on the list but one person. So y'all ain't them people. And I don't see that person here right now. So stop listening to these people in the comment section. Can you ask TD why I'm not modded? Can you ask TD? No, ignore those people. It's a reason. They make it bad for all of us. They the reason I got to delete all the mods. All right. You've been telling us the past couple weeks we have great first drives, and after that we look like trash. All facts, bro. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. My hardest week was last week. My hardest week was last week. Me trying to explain to people why this offense hasn't been good. People have been drilling me, especially on Twitter, but I don't care because that's where I want them. I want drama on Twitter. Yesterday, I was going in on Twitter, but then I got like 40 more followers. And I don't even care about Twitter. Twitter don't do nothing for me. There ain't no benefit for Twitter. But I'm telling you, let me say this and say it once and for all. I do not like people who try to take away people's freedom of speech and freedom of thought. Silencing people is the most dangerous thing, in my opinion, that can happen, especially when you do it as a group in a collective. Whether it's politics or anything. I even hate when people ban people from social media and all of that because they got a message that's different than mine. Like, I've seen people get banned from social media I totally disagree with, and I feel like it's toxic what they're saying. But it is the worst thing to do in society if you can just shut somebody up, because you never know if you're actually wrong and they had a right perspective, and 10 years later you're like, that person was right all this time and now I gotta suffer. I hate that crap. And that's what people are trying to do. They try to bully people. I've seen too many people bully people on Twitter in this Dolphin community. Somebody said a honest to God opinion, whether you like it or not, and these people pounce on them, make pictures of them doing derogatory things, coming at their kids, doing all kind of stuff on Twitter in this community over Tua. All kind of memes and stuff that are disrespectful and this and that. And you got these people around here really heartbroken and hurt and rethinking life and stuff. This is why people commit suicides and things like this. So they got the right one over here. Everything I do on Twitter is to get at those people, because the only people who are not triggered on Twitter by me are free thinkers. The only people who are not triggered on Twitter by me are free thinkers and people who can respect and agree to disagree about someone else's take without getting offensive and derogatory. Those are the people that I rock with. Those are the people that's on this channel. I mean, I could make one, like, I could truly believe that Skylar Thompson is the best quarterback on the roster. Why is that a crime? I put that on Twitter. People come after me, my wife, my family, everything. And once again, they got the right one because I can care less. But why is that a crime? Why are people disrespecting and coming at people for their honest take and opinions? So no, ain't nobody gonna stop me from what I be doing on Twitter. My Twitter is designed to bully the bully. Bully the bully. I always told my sons, my older sons, because they were typically the biggest one in their classes, Like, when you got a child that's born in like October, he's usually the biggest one in his class, but everybody else is younger. Always used to teach him, man. He won MVP in football every year and stuff, but I used to see certain kids bullying kids, and I used to be like, don't let him bully him. You make sure you're the guy who bullies the bully, and only bully the bully when you see them bullying. Because you ain't no bully, but you ain't gonna let no bully take advantage of people around you. You don't have to allow disrespect around you. You see somebody that's less physical, unfortunate, getting taken advantage of, look at you. You're the biggest one in your class. Don't let that happen. You go to that kid that's getting bullied and you become their friend. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them. And if they still mess with them, you have their back. Bully the bully. Because God bless you to be a force to be reckoned with. Don't let nobody around you disrespect other people or yourself. And I always taught them that. Always. You ain't going to stand around and just let people get taken advantage of in this world. Keep telling the truth, bro. Tua isn't the guy long term. Tua don't want to hear it. We, with sense, can see it from a mile away. Skylar is future. And you know what? Listen, I try my best to not talk about, I try to tell y'all, my takes don't make me right. My takes don't make me right, but they're my takes. It's illegal to start a 7th rounder over a 1st round pick in Miami. Pretty much. And I ain't saying break the law, Pete. I ain't saying break the law. You bully Tua and his fans, TD. I don't bully Tua. Tua ain't getting bullied when the man making $32 million over the next 4 years. How can a man making $32 million get bullied? If he is getting bullied, then he need to go see a therapist. He need to go talk to somebody. You think Tua worried about me? Y'all need to stop. You think Tua worried about a guy on the internet talking about what he think about him? I hope not. If I found out Tua was ever bothered or worried about the things I say, then listen, something wrong. Tua ain't worried about me. Now, his fans, I absolutely do bully him. I just told you I bully bullies because his fans are bullies. I see normal Joe Schmoes on Twitter that 0 people follow, and they'll say something like, Tua didn't have a great game today, but he'll be better. And I like it. And they come pouncing on them. And, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Learn football. You need to close your account. You're an idiot. I feel bad for your wife. Oh, look at your profile picture. You must be this and that. Like, the man gave his doggone right. I bully Tua fans. You doggone right I do. You doggone right I do. And the sad part is what most of y'all don't realize is I actually like Tua. Deep down inside, I hope he proved me wrong. It ain't nothing more profitable than Tua becoming our franchise quarterback. But I ain't going to sit here and lie to y'all and say that I don't like the people from Alabama that came with him as a fan. I can't stand them because they corrupted our fan base. They not Dolphin fans. These people aren't even Dolphin fans. Y'all need to understand that they're not even Dolphin fans. They ready to tear down anything and everything around him just to boost him up. They willing to look Mike McDaniel. They turning on Tyreek right now. Anything that hurt. Oh, Chase Edmonds. Oh boy, he need to get a security detail right now. You dropped the pass to us. Man, come on, man. Like I said, doggone right. I bully his fans because they act like terrorists on social media. Doggone right, I do. No, saddest part is some of the Dolphin fans have attached to him and think that they're on the same side. These they wolves in sheep clothes. Y'all got to understand that these are nothing but wolves in sheep's clothes. They are not Dolphin fans. Go get these same people the Dolphin quiz. All you got to do is say, hey, how did Pat White do as a Dolphin? Tell me something you remember about Pat White when he was a Dolphin. That's all you got to do. Say who caught the touchdown in our 1-15 season to help us not go to help us win that one game. And even I get that wrong, but at least I name one of the quarterbacks on the roster. I be saying Camarillo or Hartline. I be naming both of them because I don't be remembering. But still, they at least better say one of them. Somebody who was on the roster at the time. They don't know. They have no clue. They have no clue. Name 2 offensive linemen that we had when we went to the playoffs that year when Tannehill got hurt. Ask them these questions. They won't even know. They won't even know. Name 7 Dolphin quarterbacks in the last 7 years. When we done had about 25. If you can't name 7, come on, man. They don't even know. But we letting them speak on our behalf. And people think that they Dolphin fans, and when people like me come at them and pull a card, real Dolphin fans defend them as if, come on, TD, why you being hard? We all fans. We all want the same thing. We want the team to win. Some of us don't care about the team winning. They just care about Tua winning. They just care about Tua winning. That's it. Ugh. Y'all understand, man? I love my team. I really do. I love this team. But I want to see it make the right decisions and do better. Y'all don't understand. This ain't even in my character how I've been for the last 2 years. This isn't me. I know I've changed. I've transformed. But you got to be able to keep up with this nonsense that's going on. Like, just imagine if I wouldn't have changed. Man, and don't get me wrong, I probably have 50,000 subscribers. I'll be making double, the benefits of what I'm doing now. I'll be a guest on everything. It'll be ridiculous. I think look at the success I be having now, just triple it probably. Everybody would love me. But you know what? I got to be honest. Most of the realest fans would have nowhere to go. Because the realest fans, and I ain't going to lie to y'all, I got to be 100 with y'all. I feel bad. Like sometimes I think back at the fans in my first 3 years. The fans of the Dolphins, I think back in my first 3 years when I was Mr. Positive, when this team couldn't do wrong, in which obviously I was wrong because we still never had success. Don't worry, y'all, this is the team. We going to do this, we going to do that. Never did it. I was wrong. But I go back and I think about all the people who said, bro, I can't listen to you anymore. I'm unsubscribing. Because I understand you being positive, but you being unrealistic. This team is not as good as you making them out to be. You just try to. I remember those people, and I used to be like, bye. I'm going to be positive about my team. I'm going to believe they're going to be great because I believe they are. They really are. And now I look back, I'm like, dang, I alienated a whole group of people that technically were on the right side of history. They were on the right side of history. I was selling hopes and dreams. I was politicking, selling hopes and dreams. So now that I see, I got to stop this crap. It ain't even authentic anymore. Like, it got to a point where, like, man, nothing I'm saying when it comes to the success of the team is actually happening. And I'm the most positive person in this community. It's time for me to adjust my approach because I don't want to be on the wrong side of things. I need to go ahead and call it how it is and be critical of everything. It's time for me to be critical, man. It's time for me because if you keep losing being positive, it's time to get up in some people. It's time to call it what it is. It's time to not sugarcoat. I'm finna be investing my time, money, efforts, and life into something that and just keep going with the go along, get along. And I got tired of that crap. And I ain't gonna lie, now that I'm calling it how I see it, I'm more accurate now than I've ever been. People are gonna push back, but time always tells. TD, I came every day just to hear a Dolphins fan talk positive on Tannehill. You really were the only one loving 17. 17 better than Tua, unreal. I was, Pete. I was. At TD, that a lie. I don't know what you talk about, EM. What's a lie? What's a lie, EM? That I bodied you every day. Anyway, man. Let's get into this, man. Y'all, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I be going on these rants, man, because I be going on these rants because I'm so passionate about our team. But we ain't gonna never be better if our fan base don't be better. If our fan base don't just call it how they see it, we will never be better. We will never be better. All right, so let's dive into the Dolphins as a team. PFF. Somebody go to the comment section of the video, like the real comment section, not the live chat, but the comment section, and put in there PFF analysis starts at 1 minute and 1 hour and 5 minutes. That might help some people. Bro, I came here to look at PFF, not to hear you rant. Get out of here. All right, so let's go. All right, so the Miami Dolphins right now this season, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are currently 4-3. Points scored 147, which means we average 21 points a game. All right. I don't agree on a lot of things. Call me after 500. A lot of things. Call me after 500. I guess. Points allowed. Well, by the way, points scored, we're 17th in the NFL. How many of y'all thought we'd be 17th in the NFL with all these weapons? I think we all assume, man, we definitely going to be top 10. Our offense is going to be top 10. Well, right now, the only thing that matters on offense is not yards, y'all. It's about points. This is why I try to tell everybody. I don't care if we had 50,000 yards as an offense, which is never going to happen in the NFL. 20,000 ain't going to ever happen in the NFL, okay? I mean, 10,000 ain't going to happen in the NFL. But I don't care if we had 50,000 yards. The only thing that matters is points. That's it. Nothing else. Points. And we're 17th in the NFL. We're not even average. I mean, we slightly below average. 16 is average. We just below average. With all these weapons, what do we think, y'all? We thought we were going to be top 10. We still got time to be top 10, but we definitely going to have to make some moves in order to do so. But we are 17th in the NFL in points. And we can't point this to, oh, it's because of the last 3 games. We can't point it to that. Because the last 3 games, we averaging what we average on the season anyway, pretty much. Thank God for the Baltimore game, because I've already done the math. If it wasn't for the fourth quarter, screw the Baltimore game, because we actually had 2 touchdowns early in that game, right? So we're going to count those 2 touchdowns. If it wasn't for that fourth quarter, 4 touchdowns, we would be 28th. That's how bad. That's how much the Baltimore fourth quarter carried us. Not the 2 touchdowns we already had in the game, but the fourth quarter alone prevented us from being 28th in the NFL. If we didn't get those 4 tubs in the fourth quarter, we would be 28th in the NFL. Let that sink in. We are 17th right now because of that fourth quarter. 11 spaces because of, thank God, thank you, Tua. Tua pushed us to 17. That's a compliment, y'all. From 28 to 17, thanks to Tua and Tyreek and Baltimore's blown coverage. Now, that was a little jab, but yeah. Points allowed, we're 24th in the NFL. Not the worst, but that's the bottom of the third quartile. The very bottom. So offense and defense, we're not in the first nor second quartile. Okay? And I'm sorry, according to TD, there is only one average team in the league, 16th place. The rest all above or below average. Well, technically that's correct. I mean, if you really want to talk about facts, that's kind of how it is. But I will say this. I don't want to, let me backtrack and not say average or below average or behind average. I like to go out of quartiles. Since there's 32 teams in the league, there's 8 in each quartile. First quartile are the top 8 teams. Second quartile is 9 through 16. Third quartile is 17 through 24. Fourth quartile is 25 through 32. So the Miami Dolphins are not even in the first 2 quartiles in points allowed or points scored. We are a third quartile team. 17 through 24, we're a third quartile in both. And we're going to have to improve in these areas. Big time. All right. Now, our overall ranking is 17th, third quartile once again. All right. Right now, and this is the team grade. So 2022 season stats, that's what we rank, but the team grade, we're 17th overall, third quartile. Offense, we're 16th, which is the bottom of the second quartile. Defense, we're 11th, which is the higher part of the second quartile. and special teams were 28th. So our special teams definitely need to get better to try to, solidify us as a second quartile team. Special teams is what's hurting us from being, and that's because also Jason Sanders have missed some kicks this year. He's missed some kicks. But if it wasn't for Jason Sanders, that last game, we might have lost. He scored more points than our offense. Jason Sanders put up 9 points. Okay? So that's where we are on that. Now, let's go to the roster and do our general breakdown of the season so far. And then we'll dive into specific players that you all choose. We'll break down the detailed analysis of players that you choose, okay? Now, when you look at our quarterback room, PFF, this is what, now I'm also going to do a small segment, like 10 minutes, talking about PFF in about 20 minutes, because I need people to understand why PFF is the most accurate thing you can use. People who don't understand numbers, statistics, analysis, they want to take a poop on PFF because it doesn't give the narrative that they want. But I'm going to show y'all why it's even more accurate when you start to look at some of the raw data. Because my PFF, something was wrong with it, but now it's working. I got my raw data back. All right. So right now, PFF has Skylar Thompson rated a 71.4, which is really good. Not really good. I'll say it's good. It's green. It's good. His passing game, 69, and his run game, 74.4, because he's a more athletic guy. His ability to get out of the pocket is pretty good. I think we saw that in the last game. All right. Y'all give me a second. Give me position. All right, let's do that. All right. So that's pretty good. So Skylar's, even though he got a small sample size, his overall is really good. I think they rated him so high in that one quarter that he played because he was so low in that Jets game, which he played 4 quarters. That's how good he was in that one quarter that he played. Okay? Okay, I will. Thank you, Ben. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, same thing. He not bad either. He right under Skylar, 70.8, but Teddy actually played some good football. People don't want to give him credit for that because, like I said, people want to diminish him and build others up. Teddy got a 70.8 passer grade. Skylar still better. And Teddy got a 69.6. No, his offensive grade, but his passing game, 69.6, which is slightly better than Skylar. And his rushing game, 75.6, was better as well overall this season. Now, Tua, 74.3 overall rating. That's really good. That's really good to me. He's doing real well, but I want y'all to notice it's starting to fall. It's starting to fall. I think he was in the 80s not too long ago, and it is starting to come down. Passer rating, 74.8, is down more than it was, but it's still solid overall. His run grade, just not there. 46.4, y'all, which basically telling y'all there's a lot of opportunity with his legs, but he doesn't use it. But he's just not grading out well with what he's doing from a running standpoint when he does. All right. So that's your quarterbacks. Again, we're going to take a deep dive into some of this after we go over the whole team because I want to go. But he's 10th out of 36 right now. There was one point he was 1-2. So we don't need him going backwards. We need him to start climbing again. We'll see how that goes. All right. Trent Sherfield finally made a few plays, but still grading out pretty bad on the season because one game ain't going to sell it for everybody. Your pass blocking is pretty solid, though. Oh, my gosh. Let me bring this back over. Let me adjust the size. Let me make it just one tad bit smaller so I can get more in the frame. All right, cool. All right, so Sherfield. So as you can see, his pass blocking is pretty strong. Receiving grade is just not very good. We need him to be in the 70s or high 60s, all right? Run blocking definitely has to improve. Then you got Cedric Wilson, and I ain't even going to talk about him. I ain't gonna talk about Cedric Wilson. I don't even know where he is. All right, River Craft. River Craft is living off of the last few weeks. I haven't seen him much, but he's still maintaining that good grade because the reps he's had all season. I guess you just need to play him more and make him more involved to see if he can maintain that at the end of the day. Tyreek Hill, listen, that's pretty much the top of the game, y'all. He's first in the NFL at the position. That's what I will give Tyreek credit for that. I don't think you pay a wide receiver $30 million. I just don't fundamentally believe that. But what I will say, doesn't matter. He's playing at the level that we're paying for. I mean, I don't think you pay a guy $30 million, but at least he's the best in the league. So I'm rocking with that all the way. His run blocking is horrific. He definitely needs to be better in this area. But he's small. It is what it is. You take the other stuff, but you give away that. Okay. Jalen Waddle, solid. 78.4 is still amazing, y'all. Still amazing. Now, both of these guys in the run game, in training camp, they ran a whole bunch of jet sweeps, but they barely doing anything in the run game this year because every time they try a jet sweep, it's a negative gain. And you got to be able to set the edge on jet sweeps for it to be successful. We thought these jet sweeps was going to be going for touchdowns like Deebo Samuels and those guys. We ain't even close to being what they are. So they've kind of tried to scrap it from the playbook because none of them are successful. Every time we run a jet sweep or a running play for these guys, they absolutely get nothing. So I get why the run game grade is low, and that's why we've abandoned it. And the only time, and I agree, Tyshawn, you can only do it to the left when Armstead plays. And even that's shaky at times. Myles Gaskins is a great back. This ain't a phenomenal ranking, but it's really good. And they need to go ahead and make Myles Gaskins number 2. Stop playing games. Chase Edmonds need to go ahead and sit down. Myles Gaskins, move that man up like he should. We're over this crap, man. Stop it. Move this man up like you should. And a matter of fact, something that is going underrated with Myles Gaskins this year, Myles Gaskins is the highest rated back in passing. He got a 70.1 in receiving. Come on. Put that man on the field, especially when you got Chase Edmonds, the worst running back in the NFL right now. I ain't even talk about Chase no more. He the worst running back in the NFL right now, y'all, grade-wise. And rightfully so. We see it on the field. The only thing he can do is block, which he has the highest rating on the team, which is very bad of Mostert too. Mostert need to get his act together. He needs to block better. When it's play action, Mostert needs to block because that 38.9 is horrific. That 38.9 is horrific. Pass block and receiving block is just terrible. The only thing he can do is run the ball, which is a good grade. And I get it, but you got to be a better blocker. And then Chase Edmonds is the blocker. And Myles Gaskins ain't really had many situations of blocking. So, because they don't put him in on those situations. They only put him in when they want to give him a touch on the ground. So, that's what, and these halfbacks, man. Alec Ingold, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's a disappointment so far. We're not even utilizing him like we should, and he's the 8th best. He's 8 out of 9 in the fullback position, second to last. When you see some of these stats, it's not good. And I understand people be like, "Oh, we got a good back now. We got a great run game, y'all. We ran the ball in one game." That's so Dolphins. One game, somebody do something, and we act like we got our guy now. He's the 31st ranked running back, Raheem Mostert, in the NFL. And think about it, it's 32 teams. He's the 31st ranked. 31st ranked. Come on, y'all. So you get one rushing game versus the Jets, which they basically conceded the run by playing cover 2 the whole game. They wanted you to run the ball. They just didn't want you to beat them deep. And we fed right into it, and we think that we got a great back now. We got to do better. This offense, you can see it outside of Tyreek. This offense, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. All right, let's keep it moving. Mike Gesicki, 63.6. I don't even want to talk about him. He gets 1 or 2 catches a game, if that. We just underutilizing the man. He don't belong with the Dolphins. Yeah, we appreciate that 1 or 2 catches a game, but this man was going from 6, 7, and 8 catches a game to now, and now. If you were on the outside looking in and you didn't know this team, you'll think Mike Gesicki was the 3rd string tight end. That he caught a ball today. Durham Smythe ranking and shot in the floor. Terrible. 3rd quartile. Hunter Long ain't even worth talking about right now. Tanner Connor, why is he on the team? Lord Jesus, 29.7. That got to be the worst PFF grade on this team. They got to be the worst PFF grade on this team. 29.7. Lord, how did I miss that last time? I'm not talking about it. Let's move on. Connor Williams, ladies and gentlemen, he was the 1st ranked center in the NFL. Now he's the 5th, so that number's changing, but he's still great. I just feel like he would have been a great guard if we would have just got a center. But hey, I'll take it. Connor Williams still holding down the fort, balling out. I love it. Robert Jones, he barely get plays, so there's nothing to really talk about. He barely even gets reps. Robert Hunt is 7th, which is strong as can be, 1st quartile. So you got O-line pieces, man. 78.7. He's the best rated. He rated higher than Armstead. Robert Hunt. Salute to Robert Hunt, man. This is the guy that don't get enough credit. This is the guy that don't get enough credit. Robert Hunt. He don't get enough credit, y'all. Liam Eichenberg. What can I say? 70th out of 77. Lord Jesus. It's a fire. 41.3 rating. I'm not going to elaborate. Y'all watch it every week. Brandon Shell. OTD, Brandon Shell playing good, right? 72nd out of 77. Terrible. I don't care what, this is what people are going to say. I don't care what PFF says. That O-line was holding up. The game plan held up. You didn't see how quick we were getting the ball out of Tua's hand? The game plan held up. These guys were still getting beat, but we got the ball out of his hand quicker than normal. Did you see any deep play action throwing in the double coverage deep in this game? Did you see the deep ball in this last game, y'all? I'm asking you, did y'all see the deep ball in this game at all? Outside of maybe one time, I believe, if I'm guessing correct. And that didn't turn out. That was a bad decision. So we weren't taking shots because the goal in this game was to get the ball out of Tua's hand quick so that he could survive this game and not take unnecessary hits, even though he didn't care because he was trying to truck people. So people always, the O-line held up. No, the game plan made it look like they held up. The game plan made it look like they held up. 3 deep passes all game, and we didn't get not a single one, I bet. All right, so Brandon Shell, no, he ain't playing better. Teron Armstead, 76.8. That's strong, but his ranking is falling. He's now 14th. Still 1st quartile, but he's starting to fall a little. Greg Little, oh my gosh, he worse than Eichenberg. Lord, how is this possible? Greg Little, 28. Oh my gosh. Just seeing stuff like this. Oh man. and look at this. We all out here talking about, man, I can't wait for Austin Jackson to get back. Why? So he can come give us his 56.8. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Even Austin Jackson. Well, when Austin Jackson get healthy, y'all act like he was balling when he was here. So he can come back and give us his 56.8. Man, y'all, but and then he ain't been practicing and stuff, so it's probably gonna be even worse. 56.8 was him at his best with some good reps, ready for the season, done practice and done fine-tuned himself. Man, so before I go to the defense, we got to have a serious conversation real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time to keep it a buck. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is the team improved? Well, first of all, we know the team ain't improved, but the only people that's doing well is the ones you spent money on. Can y'all tell me anybody throughout this roster who's had improvement this year on the offense? You paid for Connor Williams, Robert Hunt doing what he's been doing for 3 years, and you paid for Teron Armstead. What's wrong with that? The game plan is supposed to minimize your weakness. No, I agree. I didn't say that in a bad way. I'm just letting y'all know the reason why you think the O-line played well is because of the game plan. But these guys were still getting beat, which is a good thing for Mike McDaniel. Build a game plan that gets rid of the ball quick. That's what Flores and them did. But we got to talk about this O-line. Outside of the money you spent, some of these guys look worse than they ever looked, worse than they were with Flores. But Mike McDaniel's niche is O-line. Mike McDaniel's niche of what he was supposed to basically fix was the O-line. Did he fix the O-line? These guys look worse. Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg. Worse. He was supposed to come make this. Come on, man. This is what I be trying to tell y'all about. Oh, we got the coaching staff that's going to make it better. No, you just paid to make it better, and it's going to make the coach look better. Mike McDaniel ain't impacting no Teron Armstead. He ain't impacting Connor Williams. He ain't impacting Robert Hunt. Them guys been doing what they've been doing. And the rest of the guys that you're supposed to develop to make a great unit doing worse than they ever did. So technically, Chris Grier, the one that get credit, he the one brought in Armstead and Connor and drafted Hunt. It's the coach's job to take those other few guys and develop them into a strong unit. And right now, we have absolutely failed. We have absolutely failed. Listen, TD, he's a rookie head coach. What did you expect? I said this at the start. When we got him, we were better with Flo because of the D. I agree. And I understand he's a rookie coach, but I don't care. A rookie coach shouldn't be going backwards. A rookie coach, that ain't the goal. You just got inherited a Ferrari. Flores had a little Pinto on hubcaps, and he built it up. He at least left the scene in a Dodge Ram 2022. But Mike McDaniel comes in and say, hey, Chris Grier, get rid of that Dodge Ram. Go get me a Ferrari. All right, I got you. Armstead, Connor, Sherfield, Edmonds, Mostert, Tyreek. And it goes. And you out here treating this, you out here putting diesel fuel in when it take 93. This is unacceptable. You grade coaches off of what their niche is and if they can come fix it. What did they say? Flores just couldn't. Flores, yeah, we give him the defense, but he absolutely sucks on offense. He couldn't develop an offensive line. He kept going through coach after coach after coach on the O-line. He just couldn't develop an O-line. He couldn't get this offense to generate points. That's what the knock on Flores was. He can't get the offense to generate points, and he can't develop the O-line. He fired several coaches and couldn't get it done. So what's the knock on Mike McDaniel now? You brought him in here to come fix it and ride off of the same defense that Flores had. And the defense is still doing what they're doing. And now your offensive line playing like they even worse at the position, at the spots you were supposed to fix. And we want to give Mike McDaniel credit for at least the O-line playing better. No, that's the talent you brought in that's making it look better. Offense still ain't producing, and the O-line is not fixed. You ain't developed nobody. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the reality. Let's head over to the defensive side of the ball. Elijah Campbell, terrible, 48-7. Kader Kohu, he's out, but 68-4. That he's going to be a part of the future. Byron Jones ain't played. Nick Needham out, and I don't think Nick Needham going to stick around as a Dolphin next year. He's going to go somewhere else and get a little respectable contract. Keon Crozen, supposed to be the future, but altogether putting up bad performances. Justin Bethel, much better, but still ain't. I mean, all of this red, orange, and yellow just ain't gonna cut it. Noah Monogamy, same guy, 50.2. He made one pick that was thrown right in his lap, and we making it seem like he the dude now. Sorry, y'all. Xavier Howard, 52-8. Xavier Howard had one good game all year, and that was the one he just played. X been getting burnt all year. He done had one good game, and that was the one he just played. That's why he had 52.8. Brandon Jones, 61.1. Not getting to the quarterback as much this year. And he out now, probably for the season. The secondary is just bad. Eric Rowe, no comment. Even though we're going to need him going forward. Jerome McKinley, solid. And he gonna need to play. Clayton Fledglam, same thing. We're going to need to lean on these guys. Javon Holland is our bright spot. He's the bright spot, y'all. Pass rush. Look at what's driving his grade, though. The freaking pass rush, y'all. The reason why his grade is so high is because of what he's doing to the quarterback. Not per se, just what he's doing. You know, his coverage is strong, but his run defense has been poor. But what he does to the quarterback rushing him is what carries him. But his pass, his coverage is real solid, too. His coverage is great. I like it. Javon Holland's the bright spot. Duke Riley has been making some plays lately. Has been making some huge plays lately. Actually liking what I'm seeing from him, too. Let me move this over. And we're going to keep our eye on that, though, as he gets more reps. Channing Tindall, it looks solid, but he ain't getting many reps. He needs to play more. Sammy Guavin, told y'all, preseason MVP as always. Jerome Baker, I don't know where this come from, but hey, I got to give him his props. He's showing up. And the shocking part of where he's showing up is in pass coverage. Oh, well, why am I shocked? That's about all. Because in run, look at it. Look at this. Pass rush here, 59.6. And then run defense, 65-3. I gotta give him props. That's better than the previous. Still ain't earning that contract, but he playing better. He playing better. I gotta give him his props because I take a poop on him every time I get because I just never like the contract. and he never lived up to it. But these numbers right here, keep that up. Maybe, it'll make it'll be all right if he can keep it up. And Landon Roberts just grading out just straight poor. Grading out poor. Pass rush, the only thing that he getting, but no coverage. He the worst the second worst behind Sammy Guavin in coverage. Zach Zeeler, he falling 19th out of 122, but that's still first quartile. That is still first quartile, but he is falling, but it's still a strong player. Those are still great numbers, but they are going down. Last year, he was number 3. We'll see if he picks that up. Raekwon Davis, man, I said if he plays in the first quartile this year, we'll be unstoppable. He hasn't. Raekwon struggling. It's just not good, and I think he had got banged up too. Christian Wilkins picking up where he left off last year. Last year, he ended the year 6th out of 122, 8 out of 122. He want that money. He want that money. And he going to get it. I don't know who's going to give it to him, whether it's us or somebody else, but he want that money. So he's actually getting back to form because I ain't like how he looked early in the season, but he definitely turning the quarter in a positive direction. Ben Steele, really strong, but he ain't got enough snaps, y'all. These are limited snaps. Trey Flowers, same thing. Really strong, but limited snaps on the edge. But he ain't played much. Just got into the action. Big Cat Brian, he must be new. Melvin Ingram, second quartile. And I like how he's been playing. But the pass coverage, we use him too much in it, and he just ain't good in pass coverage. They need to just keep him on that line, giving him the reps, rushing the quarterback. He's not doing good in pass coverage. They need to stop on them passing downs, having them out there guarding people. That ain't adding up for me. Van Ginkel just got his first little bit of action. He ain't good in pass coverage either. But he definitely coming at the quarterback. He made some big plays last week. He's second. He'll have a rating next week if they keep giving him snaps. But yeah, small sample size, but when he's on the field, he's effective. We'll see how that ends up. Emmanuel Ogbah hurt. He ain't been playing well this year. Jalen Phillips finally showed up. Well, he is another one in pass coverage, just not good, but everything else, he's actually showing up, and he's actually first quartile. This is what we need from him, and we need it on a consistent basis. Jason Sanders, field goals, poor, 61-9, and kickoff 71-3. He got to be better in these field goals. We already know why he's been struggling, okay? Those are your PFF grades. Let me see. Do we have time to do the in-depth analysis of Tua Tagovailoa's PFF? Matter of fact, y'all give me about 30 seconds. I'm going to just go check my calendar and check in with the wife, see how much time I have. Make sure I ain't going to miss no appointment. Y'all give me one moment. Give me about 40 seconds, all right? Give me about 40 seconds. I'll be right back. See if we can go over the details of Tua. All right, because it's a lot more analysis than these grades. Y'all going to see in a second if I got the time. One moment. All right, y'all. We're good. We're gonna go ahead and let me put this on. We're gonna go ahead and do the deep dive breakdown of Tua Tagovailoa, his evaluation. But I just need to grab one more thing and I'll be right back.
I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. Waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's time to break down Tua Tagovailoa. For him, 5 games into the season. It's time to go ahead and give his analysis real quick. Somebody said numbers be lying, man. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess we got eyes too, so we'll try to put some context behind them, all right? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put this up here like this. All right, I think this is a better view. All right, so here we go. So Tua Tagovailoa, offensive grade is 74.3. He's 10th in the NFL right now. What we hope is that it doesn't keep falling because he was number 1 and it's starting to creep down, and we hope that that doesn't continue to be the case. But right now, 74.3 is strong, and it shows a yearly progression, 65.4, 68.3. And now you're just hoping that he could stay up there because he's starting to fall out of the top 10, and you don't want that to happen. He's at number 10. And trust me, it hasn't done anything but starting to go down and down and down. So we'll see how he ends up. The run grade is also hurting him. That's the area that can improve his rating. If he does take advantage of that. In 2022, his running snaps were obviously with Tua, we're running the ball a whole lot more. Passing the ball a whole lot more, 168 and running the ball 90 times. Let me see here. This is what you pretty much have from a ratio standpoint. In week 7, we passed the ball a lot. In week 2, we're pretty much passing the ball quite a bit. A whole lot more than you would think, all right? So those are his rankings, but if you have PFF, you got to come down here at the bottom, not player page, but you got to go view in premium stats. If you have the little expensive little subscription that they have, you're able to see the premium stats, okay? So if you got PFF, go to view in premium stats, and if you don't have it, you just got to go in and pay for it. I think it's a good deal on it right now. I forgot what it was, like $199 or something like that. But check it out, all right? All right, so search player. We're going to go Tua Tagovailoa. All right, here we are in premium stats, y'all. See, this is the thing that gets me with people. PFF is as accurate as it gets. Okay? Let's go preseason, regular season, postseason. Let's just go regular season. This is as accurate as it gets because they count everything. Snaps by position, run blocking, passing pressure, offense, passing, rushing, offensive grade chart, passing concepts, which like formations and stuff, rushing direction, blocking, passing depth, all of this. See, a lot of people use PFF in their grades, but they don't want to dive into the real raw data. They don't want to dive into the raw data, but that's what we're about to do, all right? Hit that like button on your way in, all right? All right, snaps by position, we don't need that. Offense. Let's just talk about the offensive grades with Tua, okay? All right, so offensive grade for Tua, they got the weekly and they got the season. So far this season, he's a 74.3. We already know, we just went over that. But they also have week by week. Let me make this bigger just in case y'all can't see. Let me go 150. I think that's good. Hopefully y'all can see it now. Is that a good view? Can y'all see it just fine? Let me know in the comment section because I want it to be a good experience for you. Let me know in the comment section if you can see it just fine. Yes or no in the comment section. I'll wait on y'all response. Yes, perfect. All right, cool. All right, so this is what I was trying to tell people, okay? This is what I was trying to tell people. Bro, he did just fine in New England. Remember, Rashard was in here earlier, so 2 touchdowns is bad in New England. Look at the grades in New England. We have eyes. We saw it. Offensive grade for Tua, 53.3. His passing was a 52.8. He didn't have a good game. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. He did not have a good game in the New England game. It was a typical game that he showed us when he was with Flores. Somebody said compare Tua to Herbert. We can do that. That's no biggie. We can pull 2 guys up. I think they might even have a compare thing on here if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they do. Let's see. If they don't, we could just pull both of them up. But let's go through Tua first, okay? So 53, that second game, Baltimore, 85-2. Just phenomenal. Passing grade, 83.6. But we all know, driven by the fourth quarter, because you put them kind of stats up, it's unreal. Driven strictly by the fourth quarter, okay? Buffalo game, I told y'all I thought it was his best game because the whole game he operated like this. Passing grade of 82.1. It was a really good game. Regardless of them not having a secondary, I like that game. Now, the Cincinnati game, they said he was, above average, solid in that game as well. But the biggest thing about it is they don't count the almost picks. He had a small sample size. And then on top of it, we ran the ball a lot too after that drive. But when he did throw, it was just incomplete. But it's still a solid performance, as you can see. He only had 25 snaps, 18 were passing. And in that first drive, I think we had like 10 plays or something like that. So 76 is still strong. But as you see in the Pittsburgh game, 55 rating, 57.8 overall in passing. Another tough game. Actually, he did better in Pittsburgh game than he did in New England, which I keep telling people New England game was not good. PFF does count turnover-worthy plays. No, I agree. They count turnover-worthy plays, but since they weren't turnovers, they don't get, like, to me, in my analysis, those bad plays, those bad throws that should have been turnovers, that goes into a bigger piece of his evaluation for me. He's just getting lucky. But PFF's turnover-worthy plays, they count, but it ain't a heavy weight. It's not a weight like if he actually got picked. That's all I'm saying in that regards, all right? Now, we already know what the snap count and the grades are. All right, let's move forward. So let's go back again. That was the offense, okay? Now, offense grade charts. Well, I think we already did this. This is what y'all already saw, the offensive grade charts. So this is what you got. Poor performance in New England, and ever since Baltimore, it's been going downhill slowly but surely, and that's a trend that we got to change. That's the trend that has to change, all right? All right, let's go back. Blocking. Well, we don't need to look at this. It's the same offensive grades. He doesn't have blocking stats, so that's not a core for him. Run blocking isn't him. Passing. This is going to be him. His category. Now watch this, y'all. We done already went over the offensive passing grades and all of that. Fumble. This ain't it either. I want to show y'all. Okay, here we go. Here comes some of the data we need to look at. All right, here we go. Now we need to pay attention to this, okay? Graded throws. This is what we want to operate off of now. The graded throws. All right? We'll get away from pressures. We'll just go on the graded throws, okay? Now, big time throws. Let's go to the key so y'all understand what a big time throw is. It's not just a deep ball. It could be an intermediate ball. A big time throw, according to PFF, a pass with excellent ball location and timing, generally thrown further downfield, not only thrown further downfield, but generally thrown downfield and or into a tight window. So even if it's short, if it's a tight window, it is considered a big time throw. So Tua's big time throws, 0 big time throws versus New England, 2 versus Baltimore, 2 versus Buffalo, 1 versus the Bengals, and none versus Pittsburgh. 5 total big time throws. Now, some people are going to be like, what about that pass to Sherfield? What about the pass to Sherfield? Was that not a big time throw? A throw that shouldn't have been made. But the timing was there, still got it, and I give him nothing but credit for it. Look at the big time throw percentage, 3.2. TWP, what does that mean? Turnover worthy plays. A pass that has a high percentage chance to be intercepted or a poor job of taking care of the ball and fumbling. Turnover worthy plays. Tua, 6% of all his plays are turnover worthy. 6% of his plays are turnover worthy. So 3 out of every 50, 1.5 out of every 25. So what they're saying is 1.5 out of 25 would equate to 1 out of every 16 plays is a turnover worthy play for Tua. That's what that is. 1 out of every 16 plays is a turnover worthy play. Look at this. What was his biggest turnover worthy plays? Cincinnati Bengals, 11.1%. What did I tell y'all? Cincinnati Bengals, his highest, and everybody's still arguing with me. He didn't almost throw all those picks, TD. Cincinnati game, 11.1% of his plays were turnover worthy. They got 2. I said 3. Well, maybe they got 2 because the third one was actually a pick. So it don't go into worthy because it actually happened. 11.1. You can compare with other quarterbacks to get some perspective. We will, Justin. We're going to go through all of Tua's numbers first. Then we're going to pull up other quarterbacks. Then we'll pull up other quarterbacks for perspective. Okay. Third in turnover-worthy plays behind Justin Fields and Dak. Dang, I ain't know that. See, all of these, matter of fact, I wonder if PFF has it for every quarterback where I could see the stats listed out like that so it could tell me where he ranks in all of these categories. I'll have to look through PFF to see. All right, let's look at ADOT. What does ADOT mean? What does ADOT mean? ADOT is average depth of target. The average depth of his throws, 13.7. That was that game. 9.2. That's one we'll have to look at perspective to see. Okay. We'll look at other quarterbacks. Adjusted percentage. This is an interesting one. Adjusted percentage is adjusted completion percentage. The percent of aim passes thrown on target, completion, and drops aimed. So this takes out the drops. So if he didn't have the drops, Tua is phenomenal in completion percentage. 76% completion percentage. If you take away the drops and all of that stuff. But again, we got to look at context of how other quarterbacks will look in these areas as well. And I hope they got it listed out quarterback by quarterback. Drop passes. I told y'all, people be out here talking like we got 5 to 10 drops a game. This man got 10 drops in 5 games. That's an average of 2 a game. That's most quarterbacks in the NFL. Matter of fact, most quarterbacks probably got more. Most quarterbacks probably got more. We running a 9% drop percentage this year. Okay. All right. BAT. What is BAT? BAT. Did I miss it? Where is BAT? Oh, batted passes. That's what that is. My bad. Just want to make sure we get these categories. He only got 1 batted pass all season, which is really good. HAT. Hit as thrown. Man, I bet you Tua ain't got none. This man don't want to sit in that pocket and take a hit to save his life. Hit as thrown. 1 all season. 1 hit as thrown all season. And that ain't because of protection. That's because Tua, if there's a play to be made, he is not going to stand in there and make the play and take the hit. He going to try to extend the play and see if there's something else. And I get it. But some quarterbacks, man, you got to take what's there and take that hit. Y'all going to see other quarterbacks, they got a lot more hats, hit as throws. All right. TA, let's see what TA stands for. Throwaways. He probably low in this too. This man only threw the ball away twice all season, and that was the first game. He does not throw the ball away. DRP. What is DRP? drops, on target passes dropped by receivers. All right. On target passes dropped by receivers. DRP, he got 10 all season. Oh, wait. Oh, no. My bad. This DPR, we already did drops. DPR is DRP. Oh, they got it on here twice. Is DRP. DPR, total pressures of the passer of any kind generated by the defense. So is Tua getting pressured? DPR, 37 pressures this season. 6 sacks this season. Pressure that turned into sacks, 16%. 16, excuse me. About half of his pressures turned into sacks. Time to throw, 2.51 seconds. Let's look at what time to throw means. Time to throw is the average time to throw on all dropbacks. 2.51 seconds. That's how much time he get the throw on dropbacks. Yeah, I hope they got it broken out to see the comparison with all quarterbacks. Scramble, 3. I think that's what that stands for, SCR. Scramble, undesigned runs. He got 3. First down, 60. NFL rating, 105. Penalties, 1. So that's a lot of the in-depth passing. Now, when you look at passing concepts, this is interesting, y'all. The grades. All right. In play action, Tua is 64.9%. Passing 65.7 and running 52. He's worse than play action. Remember this West Coast offense? Why do y'all think we abandoned it? We barely even run it anymore. We barely put him under center and play action too much anymore. They're trying to put a little bit back in, but that's when he at his worst. It ain't a bad grade, but it ain't great. He's actually at his worst in play action. He got 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions in play action. No non-play action. That's when he's at his best. What have I been saying to y'all? Put him in the shotgun, spread it out, man. He's at his best. 8 touchdowns, 1 interception when it's not play action. Told y'all. He's just bad in running, period, okay? Screen passes, he's solid as well, 68.1. We ain't got many of them, but yeah. 90% completion on those, by the way. Non-screen passes, 65.7% completion, and he's solid in that as well. That puts them both together. That puts the non-play action and the screen passes together. So the concepts of what he's actually good at when he runs it, this is what it is. They also got like the big time throws and all of that by concept. Look at this, y'all. Tua has no big time throws in play action. Remember, the play action is supposed to set up the deep ball. He has 0 big time throws in play action, like the tight windows and all of that. Because he ain't got time to process. He play action and look at one guy. He either wide open or he not. But he also got 4 turnover-worthy plays in play action. Non-play action, he got 5 big-time throws and 6 turnover-worthy plays, but it's a less percentage of play action. Screens, he ain't got nothing. No screens. He got 5 big-time throws. That's just the non-play action ones. Same thing. Let me see the here's another thing. Play action, he has the most time to throw than any other play. He got 2.71 seconds to throw the ball in play action. but he's worse than that. When Tua, and this is what I was explaining to y'all last year, when Tua has time to throw the ball, he's actually worse. In play action plays, he's actually worse, and he has the most time to throw the ball then. In non-play action, he gets less time to throw, 2.38, and he's better. Make that make sense. Got to make that make sense. It makes absolutely no sense. TD, can we see Skylar small sample size? We'll do him next, and then we'll compare quarterbacks out here. Let's look at passing depth. This was an interesting chart for me. I'm going to show y'all this. All right. Tua on deep passes, 20 plus yards, 77.9. Strong. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 4 big time throws. That's a great rating, y'all. Mid-range, intermediate, 88.3. This is where he needed to improve drastically, and he has. But this man fell off of a cliff, dinking and dunking. I have no clue why, which is the most of his passes. Look on the left side over here. The most attempts he takes is the short 0 to 9 dinking and dunking, and he absolutely fell off a cliff. This used to be his strength. Now it's his weakness. He used to ball out in these short passes. Now he can't. 57.6, that's poor, and that's the majority of your passes. Would you say Tua can play a pro-style offense now? I remember that being your biggest gripe on him with this offense last year. He can. I've always said Tua could play a pro-style offense. He just needs the time. He needs 2 years in the system to fail. Then I think he's just going to be amazing. Spread Tua out, man. Spread it out, all that pro-style spread. That's Tua to me. That's what his strengths are to me. So if they're going to give him this year and next year, keep it pro. And I think he'll come out on the back end of that better than he ever has been. But they're going to keep mixing it up because you still see we do the RPO concept sometimes. We do the RPO concept. We still got the West Coast and a little bit of pro, but these numbers show you pro. That's what he need to be in. But literally, he fell off a cliff in the short passes. Behind the line of scrimmage, smallest sample size, he's solid. I don't know what's going on with this, but man, it's just bad. And I'm going to tell you what it is. His ball placement in the short range throws have been really off. Now, look at this. Look at this chart. Let's look at his biggest strengths. Deep center. I think that's a skew number. I don't give it as much credit as it seems. And let me tell you why. Those be those Hail Mary passes down the middle of the field of Tyreek. Even in bad coverage where Tyreek bails it out. Go look at the next high one. Intermediate center. That's been wide open. Zone coverage, we kill the middle of the field with all that zone these defenses run. Intermediate right, killing it. Next highest, short left. He left-handed, he can handle the short left. Now, after that, after those 4 areas, it's just bad business. Deep left, average. Behind line of scrimmage, all 3 categories, slightly above average. Short center, short is terrible. Deep right, let me tell y'all something. Tua on the right side of the field is a concern. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. I want y'all to look at the left side of it. Him throwing to the left side of the field. Look at the ratings on the left side. 109, 66, 7, 87, and 136. Look at between the middle of the field. 104, 128, 97. The middle of the field is his best and his left. But look at the absolute train wreck on the right side. I know he left-handed, but Tua is bad on the right side of the field. Look at the deep ball. I know it's a small sample size, but 74, because they don't want him throwing deep right too much. Look at the intermediate, 52-1. Look at the right side, 76-1 compared to the others. And look at the short, 56-3, the worst on this whole chart behind the right middle. He does not throw the ball well on the right side of the field, nor do they want him to if you look at the sample size. Everything on the right side of the field are his smallest attempts. They don't want him throwing the ball. I mean, he hadn't been throwing the ball much on the right side of the field. Very interesting to me. Very interesting. Let's see here. Let's go back. That was passing depth. Anything on passing pressure? All right, here we go. Tua in a clean pocket, amazing, 82.8. Under pressure, one of the worst in the NFL, 44.6. And I'll show you that when we compare other quarterbacks. Look at Tua under pressure. He's just not good handling the pressure. When he's not blitzed, 77.3. When he is blitzed, 61.2. That ain't too bad, the 61.2, but definitely ain't good. Definitely not good. Let's see here. Rushing, we already know he's pretty bad in this area. We don't need to talk about that much. The rushing is bad. Rushing direction. We don't even need to talk about that much. So these are the detailed stats. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the detailed stats. Now, I know y'all say y'all wanted to look at Skylar's small sample size. That Jets game is going to kill him in his. But hey, it is what it is. We already know the offensive game. Now look at this. Look at this, y'all. The Jets game murked them, 58.2. But look at the Minnesota game, 89-3. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pull up a second window of premium stats. That way we can go back and forth and we can compare players. Tua. Offense. Tua ain't have a game this year. His highest game was 85-2. Skylar in just that one quarter, 89-3. But again, it's a small sample size. So we don't want to look too crazy in it, but Skylar has had the best quarter of any quarterback on this roster versus Minnesota with 24 total snaps, 89-2. 89-3, excuse me. That's just ballerific. And that's without scoring a touchdown, which would have had him probably in the high 90s. It's crazy. Let's go to the next category. All right. Offensive grade chart. No, we just went over that. Blocking, run block, passing. Let's do passing. All right. Skylar passing. Well, we already went over this too, technically. Skylar already has 2 big-time throws in 5 quarters. He has 2 big-time throws in 5 quarters. Let's go Tua. Passing. 5 big-time throws in 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, and 18 quarters. 18 quarters, 5 big-time throws. 3.2% of Tua's passes are big-time throws, and 3.8% of Skylar's passes are big-time throws. So Skylar throws more big-time throws. Let me see what else. Y'all tell me what y'all want, which ones y'all want to look at. Okay, here we go. This is a good one because Skylar definitely has some of these. Turnover worthy plays, Skylar 3.5%. Tua, turnover worthy plays 6%. You see that? Tua almost double Skylar in turnover worthy plays. I don't like comparing these two because Skylar got a small sample size, and I feel like that's unfair to Tua. Okay, throw chart passing depth. All right, I'll show you that. Receiving depth. All right. They don't have any data on here for Skylar yet, which they're probably still updating because I don't see receiving depth. Yeah, they haven't done his chart, unfortunately. So we don't have his chart. Maybe receiving. We already know all of that. Passing pressure. Maybe this is a good one. Okay, here we go. So Skylar, when kept clean, is 90%, 90.0. Tua, well, let's see. Let's go to passing pressures. Tua, when kept clean, 82.8. Skylar under pressure, 51.5. I don't like that. But Tua, 44.6. All right. Not blitz. Skylar is 73.3. Oh, let me get out of there. Tua, not blitz, 77.3. Are they identical? No, 73.3. So Tua's better when he's not blitz. But when Skylar is blitz, he's a 64.1. Tua, when he blitz, 61.2. So Skylar just handles the pressure a little bit better. Not by far, but he's handling it a little better. It's passing depth, TD. I know, that's what I did. Oh, passing depth. I went on. Oh, okay. You're right. My bad. That's on me. You're right. Passing depth. All right. So I had the wrong one the first time. All right. So Tua on the deep ball, 77.9. Skylar on the deep ball, 77.2. Virtually identical. Skylar has a 22.2% big time throw on a deep ball. Tua has a 19% big time throw on a deep ball. So Skylar's making more big time throws, but barely. I mean, all right. Skylar in the intermediate, 69.9, pretty much 70. Tua, 88.3 on the intermediate this year. He cooking. I think, like I said, that Jets game really killed Skylar. Short passes, Skylar is 70.1. Tua is 57.9, not even close, 13-point difference. Behind the line of scrimmage, Skylar is 65.9, which he's completed 6 out of 7. And Tua is 68.3. So roughly very close on that one as well. If you look at the chart, Skylar it's a small sample size, but he's not good deep left. Middle and right is good. And his intermediate is good across the board except the right, but it's only one throw. See, this is why I mean to y'all. These are so small of sample size. It's not good to compare him and Tua. It's not a good comparison with him and Tua when the sample size is so small. But again, these are really good, solid numbers for Skylar. In some areas, definitely need improvement, but it's actually not as bad as Tua in so many words. All right. So now let's actually pull another player up. Who y'all want to compare Tua with this season? You know, Herbert ain't playing good. Y'all want him? Name it in the comment section. Who do you want me to put side by side with Tua? Do you want me to put an elite quarterback, an average quarterback, a poor? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Let's compare the two. Josh Allen, man, we don't have to do that. We already know what time it is. Herbert and Burrow. All right, so let's go Herbert. Let's go Herbert. Justin Herbert. All right. All right. Let's see with Tua. All right, we'll start where we just were, okay? Deep passes, Herbert's 81-1, Tua 77-9. Herbert's a better deep passer. We know this. Intermediate, Herbert's struggling this year at pretty much 60%. Tua 88.3, killing them. Short passes, Tua's 57-6, Herbert 73-3, killing Tua. Behind the line of scrimmage, Herbert is 66-7, and Tua is 68-3. So roughly it's almost like the same. It's just you got to switch in and out the medium to short range. Pretty close. Now, big time throws. Herbert has 16.7% big time throws this year. Tua, 19%. Tua's has more big time throws so far. Turnover worthy plays. Herbert is that's 2.8% on deep ball. Tua is oh my God, I didn't even notice this last time. Tua's deep ball, almost 1 out of every 4 of his deep balls is turnover worthy. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about his deep ball anymore. It is what it is, y'all. This is what I've been telling y'all for years. I've been telling y'all this for years. I just realized this. I don't know how it passed me before. On passes 20 plus yards, Tua is a 23.8% on turnover worthy. 1 out of every 4 deep ball this man throws should be intercepted. Let that sink in. That's putrid. Almost 1 out of every 4 deep ball it should be intercepted. He done threw 19 deep balls. 5 of them should have been intercepted. Herbert, turnover worthy plays, 2.8. And he done threw 31. He done threw 31, y'all. He done threw 150% more in only 2.8. Only 1 turnover worthy play. Tua got 5 turnover worthy plays. I've been telling y'all this for years. Say something positive, please. I mean, I'm going through the stats. What you want me to do? One by one, I'm trying to find something positive. It's crazy to me. And I've been telling y'all this all this time. Tua throws too many turnover worthy plays. Oh, boy. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's keep it moving, man. I need to go. Let's go to something else. Passing there. Let's go to just general passing. And go to Herbert's general passing. All right, let me see. So these have been Herbert's games so far. Herbert's running a 69.7 on offense this year and Tua 74.3. Overall, Tua is playing better football than Herbert this year, if you ask me. But again, that fourth quarter in Baltimore is driving a lot of these numbers, y'all. Fourth quarter in Baltimore is driving a lot of the numbers. Where am I at here? Okay, here we go. Well, they don't have the same game, so you can't compare games. Against Buffalo, Tua was, well, they ain't got the same games. Let me see. Any of them the same? We ain't played none of the same teams yet. Yeah. Let me see what stats can be compared. Passing pressures. Yeah, that can be, or did we already do this? I think we already did that. TD, let me see something. All right, put a name in the comment section. We're going to keep going through the comparisons. Give me some names. All right, off topic, but they capping on Tua's height and weight. They got him listed the same as Skylar, but Tua looked like a 8-year-old nephew with pads on. Oh boy. Jalen Hurts. Oh boy, let's go to Jalen Hurts. All right, Jalen Hurts. Let's go to let's start out with offense, I guess. Jalen just been ripping it up, honestly. Yeah, he had 81.5 on the season. Tua is a 74.3 for offense. Jalen Hurts ripping it up, man. Let's see what category we want to go. Passing. We want to go to Tua's passing. All right, so Jalen Hurts. Is this passing? Per game. Well, we already know this. That's his offensive rating. He only had one rough game, and that was Washington. And he threw 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. And see, you could still have a rough game, y'all, even though you got 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. When you put the whole game together holistically, passing, he did just fine. But rushing, he struggled because he had a lot of attempts. But this ain't going to tell us nothing. Let's go to passing depth, passing pressures. Let's go to passing pressures. How these guys do against pressure. And it's just passing, not scrambling. All right. Hurts when kept clean is 87.9. Tua 82.8. So 7 point over Tua, killing Tua in that category. Under pressure, 64.2, killing him. 44.6. See, and this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Under pressure, if you could still put up numbers, if you could still perform under pressure, that's all that matters. That's what matters. No, not blitz, 90.1, 77.3. Win blitz, 59.9, 61.2. Tua is slightly better when blitzed. Slightly better when blitzed. But when just general pressure, Hurts is killing it. And that's why I tell y'all, these athletic quarterbacks, they make the difference. They make the difference. Oh, my bad. I ain't know I had that in a way. Y'all forgive me. Forgive me. Eagles got the best O-line, though. See, Ken, let me explain something to you about numbers. This has nothing to do with the O-line. This is telling you when that O-line plays well, he performs well. It also tells you when Tua's O-line plays well, he plays well, but not as good as Hurts. That's why I tell y'all there's levels to this. When we keep Tua clean, he a 82, and that's great. But when they keep Hurts clean, he a 90. So this ain't got nothing to do with how good the O-line is. This is raw data. This is ratio. So if you want to talk about when they not clean, when Hurts is under pressure, he's 64. That has nothing to do with a good O-line. He's still under pressure. When Tua's under pressure, he'll 44.6. Everybody gets under pressure. Now, Hurts may be under pressure less than Tua, but this is only telling you how they perform when they are under pressure. See, y'all got to stop trying to separate and make it seem like, yeah, but he got a good line. These stats don't matter how good of a line. It's telling you when they good and when they not, how he performed. So you can't use O-line as an excuse. These are real stats. These stats take out the excuse. It tells you when the O-line good, this is how he plays, and when they bad, this is how he plays. So stop bringing up the O-line. They are literally telling you when Hurts is under pressure, which means the O-line is playing bad, in those moments, even if it's rare, In those moments, and look at this. Hurts got 69 plays under pressure. Tua got 37. Get out of here. Get out of here. So let me put that in the context for y'all, by the way. Let me put that in the context. So Tua in 4.5 games has 37 pressures, right? So watch this. I'm going to make it even to Hurts. 37 divided by 4.5. Tua gets 8.2 pressures a game. Now let's take that 8.2 and multiply it by 7 games times 7. Tua would have had 57.5 pressures right now if he would have played all 7 games. Jalen Hurts played all 7 games, and he got 69, more than Tua. So miss me with the O-line. Jalen Hurts gets pressured more than Tua. Jalen Hurts is in trouble more than Tua. These are stats. But Jalen got a good O-line. He gets pressured more than Tua. Tua is kept clean more than Jalen Hurts. The numbers say it right here. Look at this. Kept clean. Tua's kept clean 76.9. Hold on. He's kept clean 76.9% of the time. 76.9% of the time Tua kept clean. Jalen Hurts 68.8. Yeah, he runs. That's the point. Because he got the running in his arsenal. But he's kept clean less than Tua, even with him running. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. Even with him running, he's kept clean less than Tua. So I'm sorry. Y'all got to start paying attention to the facts. Tua's under pressure 23.1% of the time. Jalen Hurts under pressure 31.2% of the time. Jalen Hurts gets blitzed more than Tua, 33.5. Tua, 26.9. Listen, TD, I agree with you that it should take out O-line stats. However, Tua isn't pressured as much because he throws faster, which means he is less likely to play well since he can miss some things. But I totally disagree. Yeah, he throws faster. This stat is solely when he is under pressure. What does that have to do with how fast he throws it? These stats are telling you when there is pressure, whether he throws it slow or he throws it fast. This is telling you when he does get pressure. This is how he performs under pressure, regardless of if he gets rid of the ball fast or slow. This is how he plays under pressure. I'm sorry, y'all. These are ratios, percentages. This isn't a raw number that you can use the excuse. These are ratios. There ain't no context to a ratio. It is what it is. When he's under pressure, this is how he performs, regardless of how fast he gets rid of the ball. But this is just one player. Let's just be honest. Jalen Hurts is just balling this year. Let's not try to defend Tua against somebody who's actually balling. But this is the context. Let's go back to Herbert real quick, because we didn't look at these stats with Herbert. Let's see how much who's under pressure more. Herbert is kept clean 64.3% of the time. Tua 76.9. Herbert the one going through drama over there. Herbert's under pressure 35.7% of the time. Tua 23.1. Hold on. I also got to do this. I have to pull this up. So let's do this. When Herbert is kept clean, he has 2.52 seconds to throw the ball. When Tua is kept clean, he got 2.29 seconds to throw the ball. That is a 0.20 milliseconds better. When Tua is under pressure, he has 3.23 seconds to throw the ball. And Herbert has 3.22 seconds to throw the ball. So Tua has more time to throw the ball under pressure than Herbert. So y'all can't keep these narratives going that aren't true. Tua actually had more time to throw the ball than Herbert when he's under pressure. Just under pressure. Herbert actually has more time to throw the ball when he's not under pressure. But we're talking about pressure. How you perform with pressure. This man got less time to throw the ball than Tua when he under pressure. You can't use these excuses anymore. I ain't look at this for Hurts. I know he extends his plays with his legs. But let's see. When Hurts is under pressure, he got 3.64 seconds to throw the ball. He is killing it in the NFL. Even when you pressure him, he got the most time to throw the ball in the NFL. But is that really because of his O-line or is it because of his legs? This is why you want a dynamic player like that. This is why you want dynamic players like that. Wow, I put the wrong one. Look at this. Lamar Jackson. He got 4.4 seconds to throw the ball when he under pressure. It's because of their legs. It ain't because of the O-line. They get more time under pressure because they escape it. Hurts and Lamar Jackson. Who else is a running quarterback? Give me a name, y'all. Give me a name on a running quarterback. This is what makes them so dynamic. Man, it ain't fair. Our quarterback get all of this pressure. TD, Jacoby Brissett. I'll do him in a second, man. Give me another mobile quarterback. Is Geno Smith that mobile? I'll do Allen and Patrick Mahomes in a moment. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really followed Geno Smith like that to know. All right, so we'll see. Geno Smith, 3.2 seconds to throw when he under pressure. He right there with Tua, pretty much. Oh, man, I got off of Tua. Let me go back to Tua. Hold on. I was using the wrong one. I was trying to keep that on under Tua. All right. Tua, time to throw the ball under pressure, 3.23. Now, Geno was 3.29. Very similar. Now, y'all said Kyler Murray. Kyler. Oh, this guy. Let me just go Murray. How you spell Kyler Murray? Oh, there it is. I got it right. Under pressure, 3.69. More. Josh Allen. People want to make it seem like it's because of the O-line. No. These mobile quarterbacks, man. Now we're going to do some non-mobile quarterbacks and see how they do. We're going to do some non-mobile quarterbacks. Josh Allen, 3.37. The last one we're going to do is Mahomes. Under pressure, 3.38. I mean, 3.58. Somebody said Mac Jones. Oh, Lord. He ain't Mac Jones ain't a mobile guy. See here. Oh crap. 3.56. He actually got time to throw. That's O-line. Brady, he don't run at all. Well, I mean, that's the best offensive line in football usually. Under pressure, 2.88. Brady got the least amount of time. Well, most of his O-linemen got hurt, but he usually has the best O-line in the football. If you go back to past years, Brady will probably be 4 seconds. But 2.88, Brady probably the worst time in the league. Brady got it rough this year. He ain't got no time to throw the ball. Brady is a 2.25 seconds to throw the ball combined with all. Tua got more time than Brady to throw the ball. Hill for Devontae Adams would make that trade. You make that trade? That's debatable because we do need a big body receiver. Brady ain't got no time to throw the ball. Give me some other pocket passers that don't run. Give me some other pocket passers that don't run. That's actually good, though. Any? Rodgers, he ain't been running this year. Aaron Rodgers, 3.62. He getting time under pressure. But Aaron Rodgers always been good escaping pressure and extending plays. Kirk Cousins. Under pressure, 2.88. So Kirk Cousins getting way less time than Tua. Tua still get 3.23. But basically, I'm showing y'all, man, Tua actually get more time than a lot of these guys that ain't mobile in the NFL. Matt Ryan. Uh, oh, there he is. All right, dang, it ain't click. What happened? Matt Ryan, there we go. Dang, I did it on the wrong tab. Matt Ryan, 3.08. He get less time than Tua, too. Remember, Tua is 3.23. It's a lot of quarterbacks getting less time. Daniel Jones, well, he a little bit more mobile. He's a little more mobile. But let's see. Daniel Jones, 3.65. He gets time. Well, more time than Tua, but like I said, he's mobile. Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Well, let me remove that comment, by the way. Derek Carr gets 3.25, less than Tua. Russell Wilson. Let's ride. 3.34. He's pretty much a little bit more than Tua. Half the freaking league. Yeah. Stafford. $3.21. So Tua gets more time than Stafford too. Jimmy G. Jimmy G, 2.89. Tua get way more time to throw to him under pressure. Watson ain't on here. This is from this year. Herbert, I think we already went over Herbert. I think we already did Herbert. Herbert, 3.22. Tua get more time than him as well under pressure. Tannehill, 2.95. Tua get way more time than Tannehill, too. Tua gets more time than a lot of quarterbacks under pressure to throw. This narrative has to stop, y'all. And this ain't TD's opinion. These are facts. These are facts. We already went over Geno. Joe Burrow. 3.13. Tua got more time to throw than Burrow, too, under pressure. Only the mobile or the most mobile quarterbacks getting more time than Tua. And Tua ain't mobile. He's getting more time to throw under pressure, but yeah, he's one of the worst in the NFL. Wentz. $3.15. Tua get more time than him to throw to. Now do pressure percentage. Show how less he's pressured. Hey, okay. Tua's under pressure 23% of the time. Now pick your quarterback. Pick your quarterback and let's see who's under pressure more than Tua. Well, let's start with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is under pressure 33.3% of the time. He's more pressure than Tua. Give me your quarterbacks in the comment section and we're going to see. All right. Tua is one of the least pressured quarterbacks in the NFL, 23-1. So let's go. Let's start. All right. Golf, give me any quarterback. We're going off a percentage now. Jared Goff, under pressure 32.5%, more than Tua by 10%. Burrow, Burrow, 26.9, still pressured more than Tua, but that's a good number. He's not pressured much in the league, but he's still pressured more than Tua. Somebody said, Teddy, why not? We'll go same team. He done played the game. Teddy Bridgewater, 48.5. Told y'all it's a total different game when Tua was in versus Teddy and Skylar. Let's just get Skylar out the way. Skylar was pressured 54%. How the O-line was playing at first when they weren't hurt, they got hurt right when Teddy and Skylar start playing, and they the worst in the NFL under pressures pretty much. Filter by position, not player. See all at once. Okay, let me see. How do I do that? Let's try that because that'll help. Filter by position. Okay, by position. Okay. Let me see. What is that under? Let me see. What was that under? Passing pressure. So passing pressure. All QBs. Appreciate you for telling me that. That's perfect. Okay. That is perfect. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click this DB percentage because that's basically drop back percentage. All right. All right. So I'm going to click that. Hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, but I need it under pressure. I need the stats for under pressure. So I got the pressure clean. It don't look the same. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Because before you had the categories, but I ain't got the categories now. Scroll over. Kept clean. Okay, it's in this area right here. All right. Hey, man. What's this scrolling thing? Hold on. All right. All right, we'll start with time to throw, okay? All right, here's the quarterback's time to throw. Look, Teddy 14 on here. Oh, this is all 49 quarterbacks. Look at Skylar at the bottom. Skylar number 43 with time to throw. He barely had time to throw. Burrow down here, just some comparison guys. Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy G, Tyson, Ryan, PJ, Matt Ryan, Skylar Thompson, Joe Burrow, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, Trevor Lawrence, Brett Ripien, Andy Dalton, Matthew Stafford, Herbert. Tua is right above those guys with time to throw. 34th in the NFL. And a lot of these guys up here tend to be the more mobile guys. So it looked like them other guys got less time. All right. Yeah, give me a second. Kept clean. All right. So when a quarterback is kept clean, this is their rating. When a quarterback is kept clean, this is their rating. Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith, Tyreek Hill. He must have had one pass this year or something. I don't know what, or a Wildcat probably. Josh Allen, Skylar Thompson. When kept clean, he is a top 5 quarterback. Small sample size, but that's where he at. Zach Wilson, PJ, Andy Dalton, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae Adams, Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones, Cooper Kupp, Tom Brady. These receivers are in here for them direct snaps, y'all. Tua Tagovailoa is 15th in the NFL when kept clean so far, and that number keeps dropping every week, by the way. TD, move yourself to the other side so we can see. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not letting. Hold on. Let me remove this comment first. It's not letting me move it. Hold on. Can y'all let me do this. Can y'all still hear me? Yes or no in the comment section. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Let me know in the comment section. He said filter it with QB only. Let's go. QB only. All right. Well, I just hit QB only. All right, here we go. All right, so Skylar still, Tyreek's still on there. He must have had a drop back, actually. Did we do some kind of, no, it still say all. QB. Let's clear it. Let's do this. QB. All right. All right, here we go. So Skylar Thompson is actually number 4 in the NFL now, right behind Josh Allen. And he actually better in passing, by the way. Josh Allen just getting carried with his legs. So he's better in the passing than Josh Allen. All right. Tua goes to number 12 when you take out all the other players, which ain't bad. But all the quarterbacks above him, Burrow, Daniel Jones, all of these guys. This is when kept clean. Just you in a perfect situation. This is where you are right now. Big time throws. Let's go off a percentage. Big time throws. Skylar Thompson is number 3 in the NFL on big time throws. Told you. Telling y'all, in a short amount of time, he number 3 in the NFL on big time throws. Tua's number 19. Tua's number 19. What else we got? Turnover worthy plays. Here we go. Turnover worthy plays. These guys here, man, I don't know what's going on with them. Are they even playing? Are these backups or something? Eason and Tyrod Taylor, these guys must be ain't even playing. They probably coming in for 1 or 2 snaps. I don't know if any of these guys starters. Even Teddy is a backup. Hold on. Is Tyrod Taylor, has he been a starter all year? Has he been a starter all year, y'all? Something ain't adding up here. Top 7 are backups. All right. So let's start at number 8. And he ain't even played all year, but he got a larger sample size, I guess. So turnover worthy plays, Jameis Winston, Jared Goff, Tua is basically number 3. And turnover worthy plays. No. Hold on. Number 7. Yeah. And it goes down Dak, Trey, Cooper, Kenny. If you're at the bottom of this list, you ain't got turn. You're doing a lot better. Tua is one of the highest turnover worthy play players. Jared Goff and Jameis Winston, the only guys that have more plays turnover worthy. The rest of these guys, I guess you can count Teddy. So hey, he done started 2 games, like played 2 games. But the rest of these guys, they not quarterbacks. So, I mean, they ain't been playing more than 1 game. But that's not good. No, TD Jameis ain't even a starter. Oh, okay. I ain't know. I'm just saying. So Jared Goff and Tua. Heineke counts? All right, Heineke counts. So Tua's around number 3 or 4. Most turnover worthy plays in the NFL. But we already knew that. I've been telling y'all that for weeks. I want y'all to make it seem like I'm just picking on them. We already know that. All right, let's see something. Oh, no. Let's go back. All right, so I can close this because we got a good comparison of all the quarterbacks. All right, drop percentage. Let's see drops. What percentage of the passes are drops? All right. Skylar, well, Chad Henne, I don't know what that's about. Tyrod Taylor, no. Jason Easton, no. Love ain't playing. Purdy. Skylar Thompson is pretty much number 1 in the NFL with players that drop balls, but he don't count either. But when he was in the game, that shows you he the one who had to deal with drama. Tua's down here with Trevor Lawrence and all of them, and Lamar Jackson, 8.7. And some of these quarterbacks are faring out really well on drop balls. Okay, let's see here. Hit as thrown. Oh, I've been trying to tell y'all about this. Let's see how he compares to the rest of the league. Hit as thrown. Quarterbacks that sit in there and take the hit. Herbert number 1. No, let's bat it down. Let me go opposite. They ain't nobody hit his thrown. Oh, they ain't got no stats on here for hit his thrown. Nah, that don't make sense because the individual ones does. So they're not gonna show it on here. They don't have none of these on here. All right, time to throw. Time to throw. This is the one right here. This is the one right here. How many quarterbacks? 50 quarterbacks. Tua is 33rd in time to throw. 33. He gets more time than players like Jimmy G, Tyrod Taylor, Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, Davis Mills, Joe Burrow, more time than Mahomes, Mayfield, Skylar Thompson, Jacob Eason, Tyler Heineke, more time than Tom Brady, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers. He gets more time than most of those guys, but these guys at the top get all the time. Malik Willis, he don't count. Tracy, I don't even know who that is. Trey Lance. I guess that's really good time to throw. Daniel Jones, Marcus Mariota. Most of these guys don't even count. Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Dak. So we're talking about a 0.2 second difference for the most part. For the most part. Let's keep going. I think that's it. See, that's when you kept clean. But what about we already did the one with pressure clean? Oh, blitz not. Okay. Here's the blitz not one. Okay. All right. So let's go back to blitz or not blitz. That's another category. All right. When blitzed. Big time throw percentage when blitzed. Patrick Mahomes, big time throws when he blitzed. Josh Allen, Mac Jones, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. Man, where Tua at? Tua right there with Tannehill, 22nd in the league when he blitz, making a big time throw. What's TWP again? Oh, turnover worthy plays when blitzed. Turnover worthy plays when blitz. The percentage. So when Tua's blitz, he actually is 26. That's pretty good. He don't have as many when he's blitzed because he hits that guy right away. He actually pretty good at that. Let me see. Anything else? Time to throw when blitz. All right. Time to throw when blitz. Okay. These guys, time to throw when blitzed. Man, did I miss Tua? Tua's 14th in the NFL, tied at 14 with time to throw when blitz. That's good. You still got time to throw when you're blitzed. The guys under you have less time to throw when blitzed. Herbert just getting the short end of the stick in every category this year. Mahomes always, I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Mahomes stats, Mahomes ain't got time to do nothing actually, but he's still doing his thing. That's why he different. That's why he different. Do depth of target. Okay. Receiving depth, is that what that is? Let me see the word target. Or is it passing depth? All right, let's go passing depth. All right, this is the deep ball. Tua has his grade, well, he's number 4 on this list. But what category are we looking at? All right, big time throws, completion percentage. Oh no, big time throws percentage when throwing deep. When throwing deep, Tua's 24th in the league on big time throws. Throws with pressure. He's number 5 at 23.8. I think that's what that means. TWP. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Turnover worthy plays. Never mind. He's number 5 on the deep ball and turnover worthy plays, but y'all already know that. I told you every time he throw deep is a Hail Mary. Average distance of throw on the deep ball. A dot. Let me make sure that's what that is. A dot. Oh, average depth of target. Okay. All right. A dot. Where's Tua? Jesus. Man, Tua number 28th. The average distance is 28.6 on the deep pass. So when he does throw over 20 yards, his average, these are all passes over 20 yards. His average per is 28.6. It is what it is. All of these quarterbacks they throw more balls deeper pretty much. Ain't a big deal on that though. Adjusted percentage. Tua is one of the best in adjusted percentages. 63.2. Let's keep it going, see what else we got. And this is just 20 yards. Time to throw on the deep ball. I think we already did that. When Tua's throwing the deep ball, he's 32nd with 2.94 to throw. So he ain't got much time when it's time to throw the deep ball. Okay, it's passing deep. Hold on, y'all. Well, the Browns are taking offers for Kareem Hunt, just FYI. What else? He's next to Herbert and Burrow. Yeah. So what should we look for now? Are we good? Did we get enough info? Or do we need to compare some more stuff and look at some more stuff? That was passing depth. All passes, A dot. All right, we'll go to that soon. Give me a second. This is one I didn't notice. Quarterbacks owning the pressures allowed. This is interesting to me. I didn't see this one before. All right, quarterback. So this is the one where the quarterback's at fault for the pressure. All right. Let me see. Let me make sure I got the right category. Pressures allowed. Okay, QB own pressures allowed. Okay, so this is how many pressures. So I want y'all to look at how many pressures. See, now y'all got to miss me with this crap. Tua ain't getting Tua's on the bottom, but now he's 34th in the league in pressures. Look at all these quarterbacks that get more pressure. It happens. I'm looking for the percentage though. Here we go. This is what I want to see. I want to see the percent. The percent is what matters. He 31st in the league. He pressured on 1 out of every 10 plays. 31st in the NFL, y'all. And this is QB only. 31st. There is no excuse. All right. When he does get pressure, let's see O-line percentage. This is interesting. It's basically going to tell you what percent is the O-line's fault. Let me make sure. This is an interesting data right here. The percentage of pressures generated by the defense charged to the offensive player. Okay. Okay. I like this. Let me see. So this will tell you if it's the O-line or not. What percentage of the pressures belong to the O-line? This is the stat you want. Every Mac Jones pressure is on the O-line, not him. Every one of his pressures are the O-line's fault. Matthew Stafford, 95% pretty much. Flacco, Cooper Rush, 93%. Joe Burrow. Now, these the people dealing with offensive line drama. These are the ones who dealing with O-line drama. Ryan Tannehill on the O-line, Brady, O-line. Because if you reverse this, it's the percent that's on the quarterback. Like 7.4% is on Brady, but 92.6 is on the O-line. Now we got to find Tua because 83.3% of his pressures is on the O-line. 16.7% of his pressures is his fault. Almost 1 out of every 5 pressures is on Tua. (22nd) in the league. (22nd) in the league. You cannot have this. The rest of these guys, Josh Allen, can't have that either. But some of them, pretty much, he's going to escape. He running towards the pressure and still making it happen. Matt Ryan, Patrick Mahomes, same thing. See the mobile quarterbacks, it makes sense. Jalen Hurts down here, one of the worst. Oh man, this thing won't go over no more. Oh, that's just it. What's ITE percentage? Let me see. Percentage of pressures generated by the defense charged to the offensive player. Yeah, we get that. I wish you were more specific. Well, hold on. Maybe that's the wrong. Maybe I have the wrong percentage here. Let me try to figure this out. Actually, Tua has 10% of his, so it ain't as bad as we thought. 10% of his is charged to him. 1 out of every 10. That's actually much better than we thought. Because I'm going to say QB, that's what that's for. Lamar Jackson, most of his, obviously. Jalen Hurts, these are mobile quarterbacks. Justin Fields, mobile. Jimmy G, Jacoby, that's just bad. Daniel Jones, these are all your mobile quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes. I'm trying to get to the pocket quarterback. Zach Wilson be rushing. Mariota be running. Russell Wilson, he ain't been running lately. That's just horrible. Herbert, this is where it stops. Herbert's number 1. That's bad on Herbert. He causing a lot of his own issues. Carr, he ain't a mobile quarterback. He causing his own issues. Kyler Murray, he mobile, so that don't matter. Josh Allen, he mobile. Teddy Bridgewater causing his own issues. Matt Ryan causing his own issues. Mills, Aaron Rodgers, a little mobile. Tua causing 10% of his own issues. Trey Lance, mobile. Geno, yeah, all your pocket guys are down here. Skylar, 4.8%. He not the reason why he was being pressured. Half of the percent of Tua. Tannehill ain't the reason he been getting pressured. I know a lot of people used to him being a reason, but that ain't what's happening in Tennessee. That line is just horrific. IT is tight end. Oh, okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So O-line is whole. Left tackle. Let's see how our left tackle fares compared to the league. Teddy, our left tackle struggled with Teddy. You see what I'm talking about, y'all? Because he didn't have Armstead. 30% to the left tackle. Now look at Tua with left tackle. All he had is Armstead. It drops to 20. And Skylar Thompson. Because he had a bad left tackle too. So Where is Skylar on here? Skylar's number one. Skylar had the worst O-line ever. I mean, PFF told y'all he had the worst O-line in pretty much almost Dolphin history. When Skylar played, his left tackle ruined him. And he still put up numbers, y'all. You see the stats. You see the results. You see what Skylar's grades were under pressure and everything. He still balled out, and look at his numbers. Number one in the NFL. Left tackle play when he was in the game. Now, left guard. The left guard position, where are we at? Skylar up there for all of our quarterbacks at 23%. Tua, 23, because they all had Eichenberg. They should be all in the, look at them. They all in the same bucket. Consistent Eichenberg. Look at this. Skylar is 23-8. Tua, 23-3. Teddy, 23-1. They all in the same area because Eichenberg been there the whole time. You see the difference? Tua had Armstead when it was 20, and Skylar and Teddy had whoever was over there, and theirs was way worse. But they all had Eichenberg. That's why it's the same. They all had Connor too. So let's see how that was. With Skylar, 19. Connor ain't play good with Skylar. Oh, Lord. Tua way down here. Connor plays great with Tua. And Teddy must be even worse. Teddy is the best with Connor. Connor's his best with Teddy. I think Connor's played center all year, no issue. Right guard, Robert Hunt. Skylar Thompson, 19. He didn't have his best game with the Jets, but he's still better than a lot of them guys. Teddy, 15, and Tua, 36. So that's solid. Right tackle. Whew. Right tackle. Ooh, look at some of these other teams, though, man. They dealing with it. Teddy, Tua, both of them, the right tackle just killing Teddy and Tua. Skylar, 23, all in the same realm. So these are some interesting numbers. Now let's look at tight ends. Teddy, our tight ends didn't do him any favors. They did good with Tua. The tight ends do good with Tua. And they're great with Skylar. No pressures with tight ends. Whatever. Other, I don't know about. It's a waste. I don't care about no other. But this is some good data. This is actually some really good data. Yeah, this is some great data. Told you Skylar Thompson's pocket presence is way better than Tua. And that's with bad O-line play, as you just saw. Terrible O-line play. He had the worst of any quarterback. Look at this quarterback. For the left tackle, worst. And that's his blind side. Anyway, man, this is some real good data. This is some really good data. So let me shut that down real quick. So hopefully y'all appreciate the real raw numbers. Can we see D-line stats? We can do that next time. We got all the data. Thank you everybody who donate. Thank you, especially through the Cash App, because the Premier ain't cheap. They charge a lot, so it's y'all who actually pay for this to allow us to actually see the raw data. So thank y'all who donate. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those who hit the Cash App, do all that stuff. Appreciate y'all because y'all allow us to see the truth. Y'all allow us to see the real numbers. And we saw some really good things for Tua. We saw some really good big concerns. And at the end of the day, this ain't TD's opinion. We went straight off of facts. We went off of data. And these ain't objective. Everybody want to say PFF is subjective. They don't. No, these ain't subjective. These are the facts. Every single snap, they looking at it. Every player. These ain't subjective. These ain't subject. These are facts. Under the surface. There's some good, there's some bad. But we honest. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to TD PHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm glad I can give y'all that. We're going to do some film tonight. If we got time, we're going to get into some film tonight, okay? We're going to break down that last game. I got to check to see. It should be up. We're going to look at the film, okay? We're going to break it all down from a film standpoint. Now y'all got a deep dive. You got all the facts. You know what the numbers, how you compare to other quarterbacks. They need to stop running this false narrative about time to throw. The Tua ain't good under pressure, but the more time he gets to throw, a lot of these quarterbacks perform better. The more time he gets, it's actually worse than when he doesn't have time. What time am I doing all 22? I'm going to be honest, it's a great question. I don't have a time in stone, but it'll be after 7 p.m. I'm going to push for 7:30, and if that don't work, it'll be around 8 or 9. But I'm going to push for 7:30. All right? What's up, Cappy? I see you, homie. What's up, Cappy? I love you, bro. What time are you doing all 20? Yeah, I'm going to push for 7:30. I got to get the kids down to bed, make sure everything's set up. I might do it with baby girl in one arm and me clicking on another. I hope I can manage that. Unless she sleep next to me, then we could just keep moving through. All right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. I will see y'all later. Keep your head up. We're going to win these.